from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. Happy Victory Monday. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. More spins, more wins, more fun. The Green Bay Packers defeat the rival Chicago Bears in thrilling fashion yesterday evening at Lambeau Field. 28-21, the Packers defeat the Bears. Keyshawn Nixon, the game-clinching interception in the end zone of Bears quarterback Caleb Williams in the final minute. Big win, says quarterback Jordan Love.
You know, with obviously a lot of things come down to with playoff seeding and the division race. So this is the important football, and I think it's everybody. We keep stacking and keep getting better and better. I feel like throughout the season and learn from the mistakes we make and overcome some of the obstacles, but just keep stacking and trying to find ways to get better every day. I think is what's something that's been helping us.
The Packers now 4-0 against the NFC North this season. They move into first place in the division at 9-3-1 following action this week. Reactions on Wilde and Tausch starting right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
It is the Monday edition. The Victory Monday edition for the Green Bay Packers, who have now moved in to first place in the NFC North. A 4-game winning streak leading into what Tausch assured us in April would be a loss at Denver next Sunday edition. I heard the chant, the Bears still suck, as fans left the stadium, but I think they suck less than they used to, and I'm eager to see what happens in 12 days at Soldier Field edition. And the Micah Parsons is never being held, at least according to the flags being thrown. We'll talk about that and many other aspects of the Packers' 28-21 victory on Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and, of course, everything you need on the all-new, all-redesigned, all-free, and all-customizable ESPN Wisconsin app. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios. And from his undisclosed location, the landman himself, not that he can watch it because he didn't have any other flights to go on, he is the Packers Hall of Famer. He's Mark Tauscher. Renewed for another season. I saw that breaking news over the weekend. Not Wilde and Tausch, but Landman. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. How you doing? How's old Jason doing today? You doing good?
Are you setting me up to get after me after 11:15? What is that?
Oh, no.
No, what? What now? I'm asking how you're doing.
Why are we starting weird?
It's weird to ask how Jason's doing.
What voice was that?
I'm
good. How are you?
I don't know. I guess I'll change my voice. So, Jason,
no, you
how
sound
are you
great.
doing today?
The
You're
Packers look great.
Here's what I would say. Since you're not going to answer how you're doing and everything else, the green and gold and how yesterday played out, I don't understand. And I got into it with Homer, and I don't know what was going on with Homer.
This.
Yeah, I
don't fully. I don't understand because you come off and that was a gritty. Damian Woody this morning, I thought, said it nice on Get Up. Just a great heavyweight fight where Green Bay had him kind of on the ropes, right? And the Musgrave catch that wasn't a catch maybe could have been a knockout blow. Well, they don't. And the Bears kind of rope-a-dope back and fight and scrap and compete and tie the game up. And then the Packers come back with another blow. And then finally we got the bell to ring late with the pick. It's how you win playoff games. It was gritty. It was hard fought. It was everything you'd hope for. If you're a neutral fan of football, that was a great game to watch. If you're a Packers fan, yeah, I think you give the Bears a lot of credit. But you also say about your group, I like the toughness and resiliency of this group. And anytime someone just reverts back to, well, it was lucky.
Wait,
as a former player,
is that what Homer did?
I can't get on board when. Yes, that is what he did. I can't get on board with that, and it bothers me. And that's why what I thought would be a post-game celebration of a really good, hard-fought win took a little turn. Now, granted, I got Homer back on the course, but it took me a while. I just want to make sure everybody, from a fan standpoint, we don't get jaded. We shouldn't be jaded. We haven't won a championship in 15 years. But my point is, this was a fun, good, gritty win in a must from a playoff standpoint and positioning. This is what it looks like. Mm-hmm. The last two games have been what playoff games look and feel like, and Green Bay won both of them. Mm-hmm. You guys all remember we were 1-5 in the division last year, right? Does everybody remember that?
Mm-hmm. Certainly the Packers do.
Hey, boys, guess what we are this year?
Undefeated 4-0.
4-0. We're going to be 5-0, and then that Bear game will be a battle. So sometimes it bothers me. Hold up one second. Sometimes it bothers me in the regard of we overreact. We lose. Had Caleb Williams. First off, I said this 100 times, and I'll say it again. J.J. Enikbare's tackle was the catalyst to winning that game. Because if they get a first down, they now have a 4-play free roll to go score and win, and Ben Johnson's going for 2. So we're either going to win 28-27 or lose 29-28. And if we lose 29-28, the whole show's different. Everything's different. Because that's how sports work. You win or you lose. It's not about being pretty, it's about winning and losing. And we won, and I just think sometimes we all sit here up on our perches and we overly critique and overly do all this stuff and understanding, guys, it's blanking hard to win. That was a hard-fought win, and you see it in the locker room because those guys know. And maybe sometimes I forget about that, but I didn't forget about it yesterday. The floor is yours.
All right, so a couple things. Not lucky at all. I'm glad you reeled our crazy Uncle Homer back in. I did not. I heard about it. I did not hear it, so I'll have to go back on our socials and check that out. First of all, Damian Woody is stealing material from Josh Jacobs, who called it a fist fight, and that's exactly what it was. It was back and forth. It's 14-3, and to your point,
it was
and
awesome.
Matt LaFleur's point, they're in a position to knock him out. And they didn't. And then your point about Kingsley Enagbare, who, let's be honest, and this is not the headline from the game, and we don't have to talk about this until later in the week, but it would seem to me that if you're going to allocate resources to the defensive line, you may want to reposition the money you spend on Rashawn Gary and use it to keep Kingsley Enagbare. He's certainly a more impactful player right now than Rashawn Gary is. I thought that this was proof that this is going to be, and we still have to wait and see future games, and there's another one coming up in 12 days, but I think this is a sign that this is going to be a real rivalry for the first time in a long time. And the fact that the Bears showed the resiliency they did made it that, right? I mean, it's, to your point, it's 14-3, and in previous Bears-Packers games, the Bears pack it in, and it's over. And that was not the case yesterday. I am very curious to see what happens in Chicago, because if we're being honest, Tausch, and this is the one, I don't call it a negative, but the one reality is they've got the Browns, who just lost to the Titans next week. So the Bears are probably going to win. If you are right about your, when the schedule came out, prediction about that Denver game, which they've won 10 in a row, they're due for a clunker. But if you're right and Denver beats the Packers, we're right back where we started going into yesterday. So that makes that game on Saturday night, December 20th, a big one too, obviously. And
yes, it does, but I'm just going to remind you of this. That could be cute, but the Bears have to play Detroit and San Francisco.
They do.
Everybody is going to be Jockey City, USA. I do believe that the Bears are going to be the odd men out of the playoffs. That's what I believe. Whether or not that happens or not, obviously, next week. Don't just right. Is that in Cleveland or in Chicago? Must be
I believe that's
Chicago.
in Chicago. They play 3 of their last 4.
Okay, so they'll probably win that one. But yesterday was huge for the fact that you don't want to fall a game and a half behind. And by the way, you got some tough ball games coming up too. Obviously, next weekend will be a huge test for this team. But this team is just that they're built very similar to, I believe, how our championship team was. Because when you start – and my point to Homer and where he freaked out on me was this team closes up games. It doesn't always have to be the prettiest, and you're not going to dominate every possession. Oh, well, they scored a touchdown, a field goal, a touchdown at the end. Yeah, they did. Kudos to them. But when they had to have it, did they get it? Or did, just like the Green Bay Packers in 2010-11, did Tremont Williams make a play? Did Tremont Williams make a play? Did Sam Shields make a play? Did Jared Bush make a play? All of those things happened. And right now, the Green Bay Packers in close games have found ways to win by closing up shop, whether it's making a great throw on 4th and 3 last week or the defense making a big stop this week. They are, and in Arizona they made stops. So, yes, it's still regular season football, but I'm telling you, those last 2 games have had postseason vibes because everybody knows what's at stake.
Yeah, and I would agree with your assessment with one caveat, and that is Evan Williams, by his own admission, blew the coverage on Cole Kmet. And while you're right that Keyshawn Nixon makes the play, that was teetering on the brink of disaster. And to your point about they're going to go for 2, totally agree. We could be sitting here. We are.
But we're not.
Of course we're not.
I know.
But you know that this does come down to 3 or 4 plays in every game, and they were on the precipice of this going the other way, despite all the good things they did yesterday, and that's what playoff football is. Think about how many playoff games the Green Bay Packers have lost where they did a lot of good stuff, where they should have won the game, and they didn't. And yesterday they did, so they get credit for that. But I don't. The margin between these teams is certainly not as big as it used to be. And Ben
it's
Johnson,
not, but it's still. I don't think it's as narrow as yesterday, though, either.
All right, we'll see. We'll see in 12 days.
Yeah, we will. Yes, we will.
Erica in Milwaukee on the Carbless Talk and text line. Super nice win, but 99% of national media is talking about how stupid Caleb's last pass was, not how awesome Green Bay's defense was. Well, look, Green Bay's defense.
Jason was just going down that road.
Was not
Erica,
awesome.
You were just going.
They made the play at the end, and Kingsley Enagbare makes a huge play. Those are undeniable. But the Bears go down, and look, the Packers' defense was exhausted. The offense goes 3 and out, quick touchdown to Watson, which is obviously a great thing. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to score too fast. But 3 and out, quick touchdown to Watson, 3 and out. They were gassed. They gave up the touchdown to make it 14-11. They give up the touchdown to make it 21-21. And then a big-time, talk about playoff behavior, the drive that the Packers offense puts together to take the lead with Love's pass to Reed, with the run that Jacobs has, where he's surrounded by 5 Bears and none of them tackle him.
Has Gabe Neitzel and the rest of the crew apologized yet?
Not to my knowledge. You can check with
This
Josh
team doesn't
DiMaggio.
need Josh Jacobs. This team doesn't need Josh Jacobs.
I just
really.
It's a great win, and I am not going to be painted as negative Nancy about their performance by any means, but I do think the Bears are closing the gap, and I do think that this game was tight. And let's not make it sound like, they just closed up shop at the end, because I'm also surprised that as much as Ben Johnson is Mr. Aggressive, they got 20-some seconds left. They were a little bit laissez-faire with the clock, but I'm surprised he didn't get the first down, call a timeout, and then have 4 shots at the end zone. I did think
He tried. He tried. He handed it off, and then Enagbare made a hell of a play. He tried. What? You know what? Yeah, I get all this, and you're kind of now you're okay. I'm gonna take a beat. Everybody that's trying to say what Ben Johnson did at the end, he mismanaged it. No, he didn't. Enagbare screwed the whole thing up. That's why it's such a huge play. They didn't want to give any time. He wanted to go for 2 and win. If you go, and this is where Greg Olson was right about going for 2 with a minute left, you don't. But with 15 or 20 seconds, you do. Because you don't want to give that team any other, you have to push. So Ben Johnson did not anticipate, I think it was Monangai, who, by the way, that dude is a bowling ball. Like, he is I like him. If they pick up that first down, they have 4 shots to go score a touchdown and win and give Green Bay nothing left. That's what they were trying to do, and Enagbare put a wrench in those plans. And that forced him to try to make a big play to win it, and that forced Keyshawn Nixon to undercut it, make the play. So, yeah, was it a perfect throw from Caleb? Obviously it wasn't. And had he taken a beat and looked for DJ Moore underneath, that's a whole nother thing. He was wide open. But they didn't. And I don't know why we have to apologize about that. That's the part that it's numbing to me.
I think you're projecting onto me your Homer thing, because I'm not saying you have to apologize for that. And I'm not saying that he completely bungled the end. But you saw what your guy Monangai did in the game. So, yes, Kingsley Enagbare makes a great play. But if you still have the opportunity to do it again on 4th down and still have plenty of time to take shots at the end zone. You do.
No, you don't, Jason, but you have to use that timeout then. You don't.
But then you're throwing to the end zone on the remaining plays.
Yeah. But you have 1 timeout and 4 downs. You get tackled in bounds, you're screwed. That's why that tackle that forced the Bears to use the timeout was so huge. That's the part. That's why I've been raving about that play, because it set the domino or butterfly effect, whatever it is, into success, and it got him out of the plan that he had. You see?
They call timeout after the hit by Enagbare That's their first time out. They have 2 timeouts left, Tausch.
And if they run it to pick up the first down, they have to use another timeout, and they have one left. You know what I mean?
Yes,
and now
I do.
you got 4 downs with 25 seconds.
You
and
just
one
said
ball
they only
in
have
bounds,
one
it's
time.
over.
Yeah, okay. They have 2 timeouts, and there's 27 seconds left after Enigbare makes the play. I am not undercutting the value of his play at all. I'm saying they could have gone a different direction, and they had plenty of time because they're on the Packers' 14-yard line at the time.
Yep.
They can throw to the end zone repeatedly. Now that also opens up the possibility of Micah Parsons sandmanning them and getting a sack and ending the game that way. I get
Jason,
it, but he chose
agreed,
to put
he
chose to put the ball in his quarterback's hands, the same quarterback of whom he said earlier in the week that they were winning in spite of their passing game.
So, Jason, and this is why that play, and I'm not saying you're undercutting the value of that Enigbare play, but here's why it was so critical. Because what you're saying is, well, you could have done other things. They couldn't drop back and throw. 70% of his throws yesterday are play action, Jay, because he knows Caleb Williams ain't going to stay in the pocket.
Yeah,
and you're going to let your guys hunt. So to sit there and say why that play was so big is he knew on 4th and 1, if we pick up a first down and hand it to Monangai and he picks up 4 yards, timeout, 23 seconds left, they know from 14-yard line they ain't going to get in because you're going to have to do drop back. You're not going to have the play action pass stuff. That's why it all goes into the same thing, and that's why I just am raving about how big that play was, because look at what it ended up forcing the Bears to do because they were limited with what they could do, all because J.J. Enigbare went down the line of scrimmage, and I don't know, Monangai is a barrel of a dude. He's going laterally, Monangai's going dead straight ahead, and Enigbare stopped him stone cold right there. Like, I don't know if you realize how tough that is. Like, that was a game-changing play. The interception was cute, no doubt. But Enigbare won us that game in that end. He was the closer on top of Keyshawn Nixon. That's all.
Kingsley Enigbare played 39 defensive snaps. Rashawn Gary played 40. Kingsley Enigbare is a better football player right now than Rashawn Gary. That's my hot take for today.
I'll say this, Ben Johnson bootlegged the heck out of Rashawn Gary, and he would have done it. He wishes Rashawn Gary would have been in there on that run.
He gets the first down.
I know that.
Mm-hmm. Kingsley Enigbare is awesome, and so are Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
That's a really good transition because it's true. And it may be hard to find a good bargain during the shopping season, but Pella, they want to make sure everybody's holiday is brighter and clearer through beautiful new windows. Pay 0 interest for up to 24 months. At Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, ensure that your home remains comfortable before that brutal post-holiday winter. Santa's magical, but his elves, not as much. Pella's elves, they install year-round and can finish installation in as little as a day. Hurry up, this deal ends December 31st, so schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details.
We'll get to the Carbless Talk and Text line, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. We'll get to your thoughts on the Packers' 28-21 win over the Chicago Bears. Matt LaFleur now 12-1 against Chicago, and the Packers are in first place. More Wilde and Tausch straight ahead. Stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for the great team at Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust. Well, it's the time of the year that you get to take in all the special sights and sounds of the holidays. The lights, the shopping, the music, and the snow. Yeah, it's time to start worrying about snow in the forecast. And before it's too late, ask yourself, do I need new tires, a new battery, new windshield wipers? Well, if so, schedule an appointment today with the service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet. I know I can trust Zimbrick's service team to have my back in any situation. With how much my family and I count on our Chevy year-round, the service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet makes sure it is in the best shape possible every time we have them check it out. For whatever maintenance you need for safe winter driving, the experienced service team at Zimbrick Chevrolet is here. Schedule an appointment and check them out online to learn more about how they're consistently recognized as a Best of Madison operation year after year at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Take it from me, when it comes to auto service in Madison, Zimbrick Chevrolet on Main Street in Sun Prairie is truly the name you can trust.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right, and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Vintage Brewing Company. Whether you're looking to get carry-out, delivery, or dine-in, Vintage Brewing has lots of great options on their menu. Vintage Brewing Company prides themselves on being a great place to hang out and enjoy classic Midwestern hospitality. Vintage Brewing Company has multiple award-winning beers, so be sure to try one the next time you're in. Head to vintagebrewingcompany.com to make a reservation today. That's vintagebrewingcompany.com.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
At Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction, you won't have to worry about your old lawnmower pulling a hamstring. They make buying and selling easy. Wisconsin Surplus Online Auction is simple, reliable, and unlike your fantasy team this football season, they'll actually deliver. Have equipment taking up space? Let them be your surplus solution. You send it in, they list it, people bid, and you actually win. Bid, buy, sell, and score big today at WisconsinSurplus.com. Because winning isn't just for game day. WisconsinSurplus.com.
The holidays bring sparkle and light to the season. The same way Goodman's Jewelers has been bringing the sparkle with our custom pieces since 1933. Generations have relied on our trust, service, and selection. This holiday, shop local. Shop Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison, touching hearts with Goodman's sparkle and light. 220 State Street. Find our extended holiday hours at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
It's a very big win. Obviously, just where we're at in the NFC North and the division that we have, and I think we got some really good teams in this division. And obviously, the Bears were on top, so. We knew what it was coming into it, and it's a huge win. And obviously, we'll be seeing these guys again here in a couple weeks.
That is Packers quarterback Jordan Love, who, God,
he was good yesterday.
I love, he was damn near perfect after the interception, which he took full responsibility for, which is always enjoyable.
What did he say happened? What did he say happened on that? Just didn't see him?
He said it was a bad decision. The ball came off his hand poorly. Can't make that mistake. And then he basically atoned for it at every turn. 3 huge touchdown passes, 23 and 41 yards to Christian Watson, 45 yards to Bo Melton. The 2 Watson touchdowns both are off of checks that he makes at the line of scrimmage. 2 of those throws. He was awesome yesterday. And
I'll tell you
for
what,
anyone holding a ticket for the MVP voting, unless Matthew Stafford starts to slow down, he's in a really good spot to cash in for you guys.
Yeah, He's third on that list. And, boy, for all the people that said Christian Watson doesn't make a difference on this offense, they look like idiots, don't they?
Let's get to your calls. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Let's start with Caleb in Grafton.
Did you guys not hear me?
Careful.
With my Christian Watson take?
Hey, careful, buddy. I'm still holding that Jordan Love ticket for you. I
Just
can
wait.
hide that.
Hey, Jason, did you not hear me just say, for all those idiots that said Christian Watson doesn't make a difference on our offense, they should maybe be rethinking their sports takes today? Or you just blew by that like it was, I don't know what, but you just blew by it. I just want to make sure everybody can hear me, right?
Oh, my gosh. Did he actually freeze?
I think he did. That's why I asked. I'm sitting here like, that's a great shot for Jason to throw a pot shot at you. And he's sitting there like, what the heck's going on?
All right,
let's go to a caller.
Yeah, so we're going to have to reconnect with Jason. Something's wrong with the internet up there in Green Bay. That'll happen from time to time. So, yeah, let's lead off with Caleb in Grafton. You're on Wilde and Tausch, which is just Tausch today. Good morning, Caleb. You're up first.
Hey, guys. Good morning. How are you? Happy Victory Monday.
Awesome. How are you?
Hey, I'm phenomenal. Always good to beat the Bears. Hey, I want to start with a couple negatives and positives, and then I have a question for you, Tausch. So glad you stayed on. So Josh Jacobs is not a negative, but I would like to see him get downhill a little more. He kind of dances a lot in the backfield, and something I really like about Emmanuel Wilson is he just plows through. Like he gets 4 yards on first down, just hard running. Josh Jacobs,
Caleb, quick question for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Quick question for you. When he was dancing around on that 3rd and 1 little pitch out to the right, were you saying, you need to get downhill? And then when he got downhill for 21 yards, did you say, atta babe?
Oh, no, again, this is not saying we don't need Josh Jacobs. I love Josh Jacobs. Just like on the first down before Watson's second touchdown on the slant, where he got like 2 yards, he kind of danced in that backfield a little bit just to run downhill if he's going up the middle. I think that'd be great.
Okay.
All right. Second, I think we let Caleb Williams have too much time a lot. And now, granted, we can get into Micah Parsons getting held and whatever. But we also let him escape the pocket because our edge rushers got too inside. And if our edge rushers can keep the edge rather than getting too inside, I think we keep Williams from escaping the pocket a bit. And then special teams, we're good for one special teams playoff or penalty, at least one a game. That's got to get fixed.
We're still waiting on that.
Positives. Well, yeah, who knows when that'll happen. But LaFleur, huge positive. Not going conservative after Love's interception or his pretty bad sack on the second series. That was huge. He's showing he's got trust in Love. And going play action on the Christian Watson second touchdown. We were begging for some play action in our little watch party. And that play action to Watson, great creative play calling. LaFleur, huge positive. Love, obviously, huge positive. I got to give good credit to our edge tackle or our defensive backs. Good tackling compared to last week. I thought they did a really good job keeping explosive plays at a minimum in the pass game. And it's just, again, always a positive to beat the Bears. So
absolutely. Thanks for the call, Caleb. Jason, how you doing?
I'm good. Ran into some technical difficulties there, apparently.
It happens.
Awkward timing of that, too.
That was perfect,
yeah,
actually.
I make a great point, and you just blew by it like I still haven't come up with a good analogy. I think you blow by it. But we didn't give Jesse any grief about him saying that Christian Watson's irrelevant for our offense.
You're right.
And
we
didn't
didn't
say that. Okay.
I think he compared him to Alan Lazard. Or was that Romeo
Blew
Dobbs?
by him like Watson on a
Dobbs.
slant of what's his name? That's a good one, Joshy. Yes. So from now on, it just blew by. Gardner Johnson. Blew by him like Christian Watson, 22 miles an hour. That's moving, old boy. That's moving, old boy. That's special speed. But now that doesn't make a difference in our offense, Jesse.
Jesse, would you like to respond to this, since apparently we're going to keep discussing it until you do?
I think Christian Watson is a fine receiver. He's probably going to get a contract extension with the Green Bay Packers. I think he'd be best if he was a number 2 receiver with that kind of speed, because his speed is really good. I don't know if he has the separation, the go-get-it nature of a true number 1 that we see from A.J. Brown and some of the other top receivers, CeeDee Lamb. I don't have to name all of them, but he doesn't feel like he's on that tier. He is a good wide receiver, and the offense has been good, as many have pointed out. It has been better, and it looks like it flows better when he is on the field. I wish he could be on the field more consistently.
Okay.
Yeah, the only knock you can have on him is his injury history, because when he's on the field, he is a field-tilting player, and he is unlike anyone else they have. They ran him out of the slot a bunch yesterday. There aren't many people that look like him and run like him and are built like him who play slot wide receiver in the National Football League.
Yeah, and Jason, to your point there, to that point, first off, I thought Tom Brady was really good yesterday. Like, I think he is the improvement he's made from his first start as an analyst to where he is really good. And I don't know if it was him or Big Game Burkhardt that talked about how LaFleur raves about how smart Watson is and how he can put him in every different role, and that leadership in the room and all the things that we've talked about with him, just another layer. I don't, because we are getting caught up in, the decision-making of Caleb Williams and the great defensive play, and I'm sure we're going to get into the holding of Micah and Jordan Love, how great he's played, and Jacobs. Watson, again, just unbelievably dynamic. The big chunk play that we saw, I don't know why teams don't just sit in too deep and force Green Bay to run the football and be patient like Carolina did, but I'm certainly glad that's not the route the Bears went with yesterday.
I'll be curious to see how they alter their plan with Dennis Allen on December 20th on that Saturday primetime.
I know this. They're not going to put C.J. Gardner man-to-man on him with no safety deep and showing cover 0 blitzes. I don't think you're going to see a bunch of that in the near future.
Yeah, I think I want to hit the reset button a little bit, because listening to Caleb's call and seeing that our Mr. Positivity north of the border, Ricardo, is next in line, I think by discussing the way the end of the game played out, it set a tone that I don't like, because I'm reading some of the YouTube commentary as well. They won the game. Yeah. Like, there are so many extremely positive storylines from that game, and I feel like we got a little bit caught up in our disagreements about how the Bears handled, and just apparently I guess I didn't find Kingsley Enagbari's play, even though I said it was an enormous play and I agreed with you, huge enough. So I want to hit the reset button.
Well, yeah,
and get
Jason,
some more.
Just for the record, I'm not in the YouTube chat, but you went on a very hot take for you in saying he's played a lot better and needs more reps than Rashawn Gary. Correct me, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that is what you said.
No, that is what I said, and I think that's probably, I don't know how hot that take even is, frankly, because it looks pretty obvious to me, and I think the Packers coaching staff is trying to figure out ways not to say negative things about Rashawn Gary, because he has not been a factor.
I'll tell you this, Jason, and I'm not going to compare anyone to Micah Parsons because he is one of one, but just watch when Caleb got out of the pocket and he was able to pick up the first down pretty easily with Rashawn chasing him, and then he actually had more of a step on Micah, and Micah closed him up. I thought he blew his knee out the way he had a pa-pa-pa-pa, and then throw it away on a very similar rollout. Again, nobody's like Micah. Nobody. But that was very telling. And then you saw the same thing with Enagbari on the other side. So that is, I'm sure, something that the Packers are putting in their little data point system that they, I'm sure, run.
We had Racine Danish Kringles at the Tundra Trio yesterday, a myriad of the flavors, including their new holiday flavor, peppermint brownie. And there were folks that were asking, hey, can I still get my entry in for Jingle for Your Kringle? Yes, of course. Got another week to go before the deadline. It's time to grab your phone, sing into it. Make sure you include their signature phrase. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition. Make sure you keep it under 60 seconds. And make sure you send it to ESPNWisconsin.com. Go to jingleforyourkringle.com. That'll reroute you to where you need to go to enter your song. It's our third, fourth year. I lose track. It's been so popular. And if you win, you will receive Kringle for a year from Racine Danish Kringles. And if you don't want to sing, but you still want to celebrate the holidays with Racine Danish Kringles, just give them a call, 800-4DANISH, or go to the website, kringle.com. So go to jingleforyourkringle.com, send in your song, and then go to kringle.com and place your order for Kringle. It's Racine Danish Kringles and Wilde and Tausch. We'll get to more of your calls, starting with Ricardo next. Stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
After a serious crash with a semi-truck, everything can change instantly. Your future, your family's future, your quality of life. That's why knowledge and results matter in big truck cases. And not all law firms have the know-how or the resources to handle these complicated cases. At Gruberg Law Offices, we have the experience it takes to make sure you're protected. And there's never a fee until we win your case. Gruberg Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Hold your friends close and your rivals closer on Jim, Matt, and Molly.
Jesse's absolutely spot on about the band. It is cool.
Why?
It's
not
fun to
cool.
watch.
Just say you like it. It's not. There's nothing cool about the band. It is objectively not cool.
I find
you
it.
like it.
Okay, I like it because it's cool.
If you like the band, like it, but it's also not cool.
Jim, our show aficionado on what is cool.
Jim, Matt, and Molly, presented by Coors Light. Weekdays 4 to 6 on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
Hear that creaking? That's not the cold Madison wind or your holiday decorations. It's your joints reminding you the year's almost over. At Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin, you can use your end-of-year health benefits before they disappear. From an achy back and stiff hips to those knees that aren't bending like they used to, they've got you covered with same-day appointments and walk-ins welcome. Head to their location just off the Beltline whenever you need. Don't wait, your benefits won't roll over, but you can roll right into Orthopedic and Spine Centers of Wisconsin today.
Saddle up, partner, and get to Ho Chunk Gaming Madison for the big New Year's Eve roundup. We have High Dice Showdown starting at 4 p.m. with $3,000 up for grabs every half hour. And at 8 p.m., two winners will go head-to-head to claim their share of $15,000. Our hot seat drawings start at 9 p.m. with a grand prize winner lassoing a $2,026 cash prize at midnight. We'll be open all night New Year's Eve with a live band, free photo booth, and more, so hightail it over to
Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
If you're looking for a special piece of jewelry for any occasion, Condon Jewelers is always there for you. Condon Jewelers has the best selection of jewelry you'll ever find and guaranteed to have the lowest prices in the Madison area. Free shipping is always available. Visit CondonJeweler.com or call 241-3406 and ask for Jim, the owner, who's at the store every day. Shop locally. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Hi, this is Lee, inviting you to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse in Middleton. We got a great happy hour every day of the week from 4 o'clock to 7, and our patio during the summer is open too. If you're getting married, special occasion, a birthday, anniversary, or even a business meeting, we've got all the accommodations right here at Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. You work hard and sometimes you're not sure what you want to do, where you want to spend your money. I want to encourage you to come into Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and say hello. It'd be a pleasure to meet you.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
The Badgers are moving on.
Badgers back row, Collier ends it tonight. And for the 13th straight season, the Badgers advance to the Sweet 16.
Your home for UW Volleyball, 100.5 ESPN.
And this league is just so competitive. The balance in our league is crazy, and you just can't take it for granted. And no matter who you're playing, where you're playing, when you're playing, you better bring your A game. And if you don't, you're going to get beat. And so I think we've all learned that and felt that.
That is Matt LaFleur after the Packers' 28-21 victory over the Chicago Bears Sunday at Lambeau Field. The Packers now in first place at 9-3-1 in the NFC North. They are not atop the NFC yet, as both the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks are 10-3. Right now, I believe the Rams hold that tiebreaker. But they, I think, have to see each other once again later in the season.
Play each other in 2 weeks, yep.
Let's get back to your phone calls on the Carbless Talk and text line, 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. Let's get some positivity going. Let's talk to Ricardo in Canada. Ricardo, good morning. How you feeling today?
Uh-oh. Not Ricardo.
I thought it was me.
Ricardo, if you're there, you're on mute, buddy.
I needed his positivity,
yeah,
too.
After all that.
Been a good job.
All right. We'll fast pass him back in line when he calls back. Let's keep going, and let's move down. Here's a guy I'm sure will be positive. It's Mike in Texas. Mike, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. How you doing?
Hey, doing great. So to me, this game, when the first half of the game, I thought, man, the Bears are frauds. It seemed like the Packers were just going to roll over them, dominate. And, but in the second half, it's like, oh, boy, here we go. The defense is allowing the Bears to look good, going down the field, eating up the possession. And then obviously the Packers got to win. They pulled it out. And so, and I'm thinking, like, are the Packers that much better? Or what happened to the Packers defense in the second half, I mean, great. They had a great start, great half, and I think when they go to Chicago, that will be a good test to see how much better, or maybe they're just equal because of, playing away. But I think definitely Jaden Reed helped the team out a lot. Having him made them much better. Nixon, got a little emotional. It looked like he had that penalty, which he didn't start it, but he started the jawing.
He reignited it.
Matt LaFleur chewed him out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so it looked like Matt LaFleur was chewing him out. I mean, obviously he got caught, but still. Okay. So, he's good. I don't know how good he is as far as a cornerback, but he's an emotional element. Maybe that helps with their defense. I think right now they seem to be better. Obviously, they're better as far as division. They've improved upon last year as far as division record, division playing. It's still obviously too early to say, are they much better until we get to playoffs?
Yeah, look, I don't know. They're 4-0 in the division. Like, I know the Vikings look like they should be relegated, but not yesterday. They didn't. They won 31-0 at home.
Washington's mailed it in. Let's be honest.
And Washington lost their quarterback again. I get it, but they at least for a team that looked like it was spiraling, that's a step into, hey, maybe J.J. McCarthy can be decent enough that we can win a couple more games this season. We'll have to wait and see. The Packers close the regular season at Minnesota, who I wouldn't expect would have anything to play for at that point other than pride. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but we've seen the Packers in Aaron Rodgers' last game lose a game where their opponent had nothing to play for then either. So they have to make sure they take care of business in that one. But they're 4-0 in the division. They were 1-5, and only because of Carl Brooks' middle finger that they weren't 0-6 in the division a year ago. So
Can you show us that middle finger? How does that work? I don't know how that works on the interweb. Can you do that?
I may have been showing it earlier off camera. The reality is that they're a really good football team that is finally hitting its stride. Like, think back to what this show was after back-to-back losses to the Carolina Panthers, in which they scored one offensive touchdown, and then to the Philadelphia Eagles, in which they scored only one offensive touchdown. And people are asking if Matt LaFleur is coaching for his job. Matt LaFleur, hey, look, they still have to win in the playoffs. I'm not saying that he's the perfect coach. I'm not here to carry water for him. The reality, though, is that he has figured some things out. He's got a bunch of players now that are stepping up, including Jaden Reed, who they did not ease back into action yesterday. I mean, he was in on 6 of the first series plays.
Is old boy hurt? Is old boy hurt? Or because I was shocked that Wicks...
Yeah, he played 6 snaps.
What, did he take 5 reps yesterday?
6 snaps. He's got an ankle injury now.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. Let me ask you this. Would Reed have gotten the same reps if Wicks was healthy?
Maybe a slightly smaller number, but I think probably most of Wicks's snaps went to Bo, who played 9 offensive snaps. And look, Bo Melton... Gosh. I mean, the dude, people, like, did you see the way, I don't know which players you can think back to during your career that were that beloved, but you would have thought that they had won the Super Bowl based on the sideline reaction to Bo's touchdown.
It's because he's a great team
guy.
He
is a beloved guy on that team.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. I see Ricardo has returned. Ricardo, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. How you doing?
Hello?
Hey, Ricardo.
How are you?
Ricardo, you're lucky.
How are you doing, boys and girls? Everyone good today?
We're doing great, Ricardo. Can you get us a little positivity? It feels like Jason's down in the dumper a little bit.
Gentlemen, I am indulging myself in some green and gold Kool-Aid. It is extra sweet today with the tears of Bears fans all over America. I love it. What a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's minus 20 Celsius in Toronto, and it could not be hotter weather. This is amazing. Come on, boys. We're first in the NFC North. The king has returned. We're back to rule where we should always be. This is our rightful place. The sun is shining. Okay, enough of this nonsense. This is a team, boys. And the reason why I'm so excited about this team is because we are winning on merit and not in despite of certain facts. You know what I mean? In previous years, we'd win, but we had a bad run defense. We had horrible special teams. We couldn't do certain aspects. This year, we're a much more complete team. Run defense, on point. They got gas in the second half. It wasn't up to par, but they got gas. We needed to extend drives on offense. They got tired. It happened. But guess what? All I asked my team on defense to do is get one more stop than the other team. They did that. Win column. I go to the playoffs. One thing I want a quarterback to lead my team to make plays in the pocket, to command his offense. Jordan Love, MVP level. Get that off the checklist. We are winning on merit and merit alone. LaFleur, flowers out to you. You're finally coaching and calling plays for the team you have and not for the team you want. What I mean by that, the ball vertical now. No more horizontal behind the line of scrimmage. No. We're going downtown, all right? That's how we roll, all right? That's what we got. We got speed demons. We got guys who attack the ball. Look at Musgrave, for Christ's sake. The man, 3 games in a row, he's had an impact. Get the ball down the field. The linebackers cannot cover him one-on-one. That play yesterday, that was a catch. I don't care what they call it. That's a catch. They took it from him. You know what I mean? Evan Williams took that ball from him. The refs were killing us in the first half with those penalties. Nixon got the first penalty on Nixon, bad on him. The second one, they just baited him, and that was a ridiculous call. It should have been both sides. Because the men, held him by the throat. What do you expect him to do? Walk away? No, I get that. But you should have been smarter. It is what it is. We are winning, boys. We were first. We went through the gauntlet of the NFC North where everyone has, we have ambitions of winning the division. No. Packers came into town, slapped everybody upside the head and be like, listen, relax, okay? Get back to the kiddie table, all right? The big boys are here now. Enough is enough, okay? Boys, guess what? Now we're going to go to Denver. We're going to take care of business in Denver because that's what we do. Then we're going to go back to Chicago. prove to them again, hey, guys, listen, you're still 2 years away from being 2 years away, okay? Don't give me this nonsense, all right? We're going to the Super Bowl. We're going to win the playoffs. I'm hyped, boys. We're first in the division. Let's go. I got number one NFC on my mind. Let's go.
There you go.
Has there been, thanks for the call, Ricardo, and welcome back. I don't know if in 2025, it reminded me of the olden days when they first brought back replay. And if your game wasn't a highly regarded contest, they had fewer camera angles than other games. Like, we're playing on Monday Night Football. We'll have extra replay angles. The replay angle they had for Musgrave's catch, non-catch, there's a guy's head in the shot. That's the only angle they had?
Well, what was weird, I thought the same thing, but it was like, what is this, Rutgers-Purdue on a Thursday afternoon, on the Saturday morning game? Like, there are no other, we can't afford a pylon cam. And then it was just so willy-nilly, like, nope, you didn't catch it. You called it a catch on the field. Show me something that it wasn't. The interception to Evan Williams, the ball never hit the ground. It's either a catch, and he had it,
How
or it's
can the pass be incomplete if it never touches the ground?
They had to send a few extra cameras to the Big Ten championship on Saturday night. They didn't get him to Green Bay in time.
Ronaldo could have brought him with them.
It was an odd, like that call sucked. Like the other reason I like too is, about this win, I don't feel like we didn't, obviously no holding calls on Micah. I'm not as enraged about that as some Packer fans probably are. But the interception and the catch to Musgrave, what are we doing? Like, the interception, if you wanted to call it a catch and just keep it that way, I would complain about it, but okay. But the ball never hits the ground. Evan Williams does a fantastic job of ripping it from, I think it was Loveland. I don't get that either. And the fact that now we're just coming back from commercial break and saying, it wasn't a catch. Yeah, that was it. And then just move it along. It's weird.
Not only that, Craig Rolstad, the referee, he never even said that the Packers
does he start
were
with a W?
It does, yeah.
WR?
WR.
Yeah.
He never even said that the Packers were challenging it. Like, he said it was reviewed because he said it was a fumble. Now, it was a challenge, but unless there's a fumble change of possession, it's not an automatic review. He never said there was an expedited review. He never explained that. And then the Musgrave one, they showed it both on TV and in the stadium. There was never a good angle to overturn it. And let's be honest, Luke Musgrave needs every catch he gets. And they should not have taken that away from him. All right.
Yep.
The officiating left much to be desired. The Packers' performance was much more impressive than the officials.
I do want to give him a shout-out on this, Jason, though. They caught the Bears yelling the snap count, and they could have called the false start. They nailed that one. So I'm not going to sit here and just rip on the refs. They did get a few right, too.
The first question.
By the way, another sneaky play, Jay. When Bo Melton offensively pass interfered, that was a smart play by Bo.
Savvy play by a cornerback who never plays corner.
Indeed.
His knowledge of both sides of the ball, though, paying off.
Right, because instead of an interception, it's a penalty that they decline, so the Packers will punt anyway. So that was that was another smart play by Bo, who, let Michael in the YouTube comments know, no one here is suggesting that Bo Melton should play more than a healthy Dontavion Wicks because everyone loves Bo Melton. I get it. But Dontavion Wicks was not healthy yesterday. So that's why Bo Melton played more.
Practice, or was that last week's game?
It happened in the game. I talked to him on Friday. He was fine. So there's something must have happened during the game. I have not gone back to watch yet.
During yesterday's game.
Yesterday's
game.
Reps. Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Must have been early
because
in the game.
I was very curious after last week. Like, that sucks for him because he has been up and down. You have stuck with him. And the game he played against Detroit was so blank and good. That's why I was shocked he wasn't out there. And then I'm thinking, well, Jaden Reed, he deserves it too. But I thought they'd ease him in a little more. And until after the game, you find out he got hurt. It sucks for him because, boy, all of a sudden, now you got to start thinking, should he be out there with Reed and Watson? And if Romeo Doubs isn't in your plans in the future, his reps start getting a little bit diminished.
He had one target yesterday.
It is a funny little puzzle, and it didn't work. And I'm sure he's probably not happy about it, would be my guess.
At some point, and this is not something that I want to get into today, but I'm also very curious because I talked to Matthew Golden for an extended period on Friday, and his affect was very down in the dumps and frustrated with his injury issues. And I'm sorry?
Did you put that on Channel 3000?
I haven't written it yet. I was going to write it during the week here. But because frankly, I didn't think he was going to play. And I have to figure out a way to ask Matt LaFleur today, are they allowing guys to say they can go more than they did before? Because we've got the thing with Lucas Van Ness. We had it with Carl Brooks as well a couple weeks ago. I was shocked when Golden was active based on the conversation I had, and then he plays 5 snaps, and then you don't see him again. Like, has there been a philosophical there's the game where they bring McManus back, and his quad is clearly not better, and he misses a bunch of kicks. Like, I'm just, I'm curious whether or not there was the game early in the season when Zach Tom played, and he played 1 snap in Cleveland. Has there been some sort of shift of letting guys have a little more input, because it seems to be happening a lot more. So I'll see if I can figure out a way to not sound like I'm questioning the medical staff and ask Matt LaFleur that. What I never would question.
Kind of sounds like you are. Like you are questioning.
I don't want to sound like I am, but I am. I'm never questioning your love of Coors Light.
No, Coors Light brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lager, cold filtered, and it's cold packaged, so it is made to chill. I saw Jim, Matt, and Molly post some videos up at Lambeau yesterday, all decked out in their Coors Light, sucking down. They didn't have to worry yesterday about those mountains being blue. Those cold activated bottles and cans were chilled to perfection, watching the G&G, as Ricardo said, the Chicago Bears. Celebrate responsibly, Coors Brewing Company, a Golden, Colorado. Ooh, the boys will be out near Golden, Colorado on Saturday and Sunday. Huh?
You should go meet them out there.
Yeah, maybe I will.
You won't.
I can't, but I'd love to. Been out to Golden I've been out to Golden the last 2 summers, bro. Beautiful out there in the summer. Probably a little chilly in the winter.
Drinking Coors Light at Red Rocks. We will get to more of your calls next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
It's true.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's CHRISTMAS40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. Let the offseason begin. Looking ahead to 2026, how can Badger football attack the transfer portal? Former Badger running back Brian Calhoun curious to see if progress is made after the program's promise of increasing resources.
It's good to hear that we're going to add more resources to the pool that we already have, but it's also a hard decision for a transfer kid. If I know Wisconsin's going to offer this, and I know another school is going to offer this, if you look at the last 3 or 4 years, you don't feel that confident. And we gotta fight like hell to really get out of that area and convince kids like Wisconsin's the place to be.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
Kringle, all I want for Christmas is you.
Dad!
What?
We talked about this. Yeah, your jingle for your Kringle entry last year was so lame that Racine Danish Kringle banned you from their contest.
I thought it was only a one holiday season ban.
It was a lifetime ban.
Well, I guess I'm out, but here's how you can enter our ESPN Wisconsin Racine Danish Kringle Jingle for Your Kringle contest on Wilde and Tausch. Submit your own original jingle to ESPNWisconsinContest.com. Then we'll pick the most creative songs, and our grand prize winner will get Kringle for a year. Make sure you include Racine Danish Kringle. It's not just a treat, it's a tradition in your jingle. If you don't want to sing, but you still want to celebrate the holidays with Racine Danish Kringle, call 800-4DANISH or visit Kringle.com and order their all-new flavor, Peppermint Brownie Kringle.
Racine Danish Kringle, such a tasty, yummy treat with a flaky crust and sweet icing. It's the best thing you can eat.
Oh, like that's so much better than mine.
Well, at least we're not off key.
'Tis the season to be planning your holiday events. Whether it's a party for 10 or 10,000, Celebrations has the sound, video, lighting, special effects, and custom-themed decor to make it the best party ever. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With us on your team, your holiday or New Year's party will be easy to plan and super fun to attend. DJs, casino games, lighting, and photo booths are just the beginning at CelebrationsEntertainment.com. That's CelebrationsEntertainment.com.
What's new at Zimbrick Chevrolet? A lot. A free car wash with every service, plus a brand new detail facility to keep your ride looking fresh all year long. Relax with coffee and snacks while you wait, and if you can't, grab one of their numerous service loaners, take the shuttle, or even get a lift on them. Plus, Zimbrick Chevrolet has the largest new Chevrolet inventory in southern Wisconsin, and you'll never overpay at Zimbrick Chevrolet. Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie, the name you can trust.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. Coming up Monday, we break down the top storylines from NFL Week 14 and preview the Eagles and Chargers on Monday Night Football. That is the Monday edition of the Rich Eisen Show on Disney+, the ESPN app, and ESPN Radio.
844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. That is the carbless talk and text line. Less is more. We are on the verge of full phone lines. I think we're one short. So, if you want to get in now, but you're going to have to wait. So be patient. We're going to get one call in here before we kick off the 10 o'clock hour, and it goes to Jamon in Dallas. Jamon, good morning, buddy. How you doing?
Good. How you guys doing today?
Very
Good.
positive. Very positive. How about you?
Very positive. Nothing negative about the game, really. Just overall, just the team coming out in the second half, just staying consistent. But, I mean, like Tausch said, this is the NFL. Any team you play is going to be, these are guys who get paid millions of dollars on the other side, so it's not going to just be a cakewalk. I honestly think a lot of the disappointment from the team, or a lot of disappointment from few Packers fans, is just hearing. I think it's come from just overall this game feel like it should have been won way before the last few seconds. I mean, the last few minutes of the fourth quarter. But like definitely like the first drive for the Packers. Feel like we kind of punched ourselves down the throat. Definitely could have went down there, scored the first drive, and made a statement. So it was a few plays where we kind of just left hanging out there, and I guess is where a lot of the fans are kind of a little disappointed. So we beat up on ourselves. But this is Green Bay football. You know, we get in, we find ways to win. We're 4-0 in the division. We're getting ready to take over the North again. You know, all the haters, all the Detroit fans and the Chicago fans who was talking all the smack, shove it up there. You know what? Ben Johnson, I don't know if you guys seen the handshake last night or yesterday, but
loved it.
I'm sure Ben has something
Jason
to think. Yes, loved it.
Petty little fella.
I thought it was phenomenal.
Ben has something to think about. But overall, great game. A lot of people are now talking about Jordan Love, and I think a lot of people forgetting this Toyota throwing Love now. And Jordan, feel like every week we're saying that was his best game, and that was his best game, and here we are saying it again last night. Even though he threw an interception, might have been his best game. You know, so I mean, put him back in the MVP race. Green Bay's looking great right now. Like I said, just staying consistent on defense. But we have studs everywhere. Hopefully we get into the Denver. Tausch, I'm a little upset with you because we took Denver at the beginning of the year. I know a lot of people probably still have Denver winning, but I'm not sold on Denver just yet. Hopefully the Packers, you know, go in and handle business. I really don't see what will be a problem against Denver. I know they have a good defense. But offensive-wise, I think our defense is better. I mean, Evan Williams, Quay Walker came back yesterday. He was, you could tell we missed him. He came in, did what he needed to do to stop the run game. So it was just overall great game yesterday. So nothing negative, really. Go Pack, go. Let's 1-0. Let's get this game against Denver. And then we go beat Chicago and end the season.
I love it. I love the positivity. Yeah, I don't think we're probably focused on Quay Walker and the defense from the run defense perspective, but it took the Bears 32 attempts to get to 138 yards. This is an offense that put up 281 rushing yards on the Eagles. And while I agree with Tausch, put up the sign, Monangai is he's such a weird good running back because he's a bowling ball, but he's little. Like he's not built like Josh Jacobs, and yet they could not tackle him. I thought it was really impressive, and so for them to do that, I mean, I think Walker finished with 9 tackles, Edger and Cooper finished with 11. They didn't have any splash plays like Kingsley Enagbare or like Keyshawn Nixon on the interception. They were.
How about the meet in the hole, crack the paint, and chip the helmet hit? How about that? That was the old school. That John Fazenda needed to be doing that, and that is where that was rock'em sock'em old school. What did we used to call it? The Central, NFC Central Black and Blue Division. That's what that was yesterday. And I don't think they recognized it right away, and they went back to it like 6 times. They had replay for that, but they didn't have replay for Musgrave's catch. Found that funny.
No, they not a replay without the back of some guy's head on the sideline in it. You can't get legal. Well, I suppose you could. I don't think David would take the case for the paint chipping hit, but he will take your case if you've been seriously injured in an accident. Grubel offices, one call, that's all. 414-276-6666. 414-276-6666. Go to the website gruber-law.com to find out more. The 10 o'clock hour begins in 2 minutes with more of your calls. So stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here with an offer for a bath or shower remodel from Kohler Services. Family owned for 150 years, Kohler is your Wisconsin manufacturer providing care for life. And this month only, get 0 interest financing for 12 months and a free shower door with your Lugstone shower remodel. Visit KohlerServicesWI.com to request your free quote with fast, professional installation always included. That's KohlerServicesWI.com.
This is Derek Engler. You're listening to a Good Karma Brands radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out, 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. Victory Monday for the Green Bay Packers following a 28-21 win over the NFC North rival Chicago Bears last night at Lambeau Field. With the win, the Packers move into first place in the NFC North with a record of 9-3-1. They're also near the top of the conference in the NFC playoff picture. Not in number one overall seed, though. That belongs to the LA Rams after conclusion of play this week. Big win yesterday. Jordan Love knows that.
It's a very big win. Obviously, just where we're at in the NFC North and the division that we have. And, I think we got some really good teams in this division. And obviously the Bears were on top. So we knew what it was coming into it, and it's a huge win. And obviously, we'll be seeing these guys again here in a couple weeks.
Plenty more reactions to follow on Wilde and Tausch taking you up till noon, and coverage continues all day long here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. And it begins with more of your calls on the Carbless Talk and Text line. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. I see some potential Hall of Famers on hold, including a rare call from Matty Coonan, so I look forward to that. But first, another loyal listener to the show down in Atlanta. It is Dave in Atlanta. Dave, good morning. Thanks for holding on, buddy. What do you got?
Oh, happy Victory Monday, man. That was sweet. A huge game. It was so satisfying to prove that they're not, world beaters. In fact, although, let me just a quick aside, I listened the game day night, whatever it is, yesterday, and Tausch, you were absolutely justified in jumping down Homer's throat. Even when he has a good point, he starts screaming, and he goes off on a tangent. And I'm glad you put him in his place. He's funny, but he's Homer, right? However, he did have a little bit of a point if you think about it when Caleb Williams did his best TJ Rubley impersonation. And instead of just running for a first down or even a touchdown, he decides to throw a dumb pass. And, yeah, this is a good play by Nixon. But let's face it, that was – and people in Chicago apparently say that he does this all the time, that he chokes or just throws bad interceptions at the wrong time. So that's another big flaw of the Bears. But he is able to get outside. You saw how many times he got outside. And the previous caller said I know it's Mr. Happy in Canada said we got to cover the edge. We got to cover the edge a lot better. We did, they were blocking down, and he could go outside anytime he wanted. And so I think if we stop that in the next game, that'll put even more of a crimp in his game. But what a great victory! Again, on one more or two more points I'll just make real quick, which is with Keyshawn Nixon, it's like Jekyll and Hyde, right? He's done this throughout the year. He'll do something stupid or a mouth off. He'll get some personal foul, whatever, and then he makes a good play. So you spin a wheel and you don't really know which Keyshawn you're going to get. But I have to admit, and in the Packers video they showed in the locker room, he apologized for what he called like two dumb penalties. So he knows it, and that was really cool. That really made it feel a lot better. But Tausch, like I say, thanks for correcting Homer, but please keep in mind, Tausch, there is a little bit of a point. We had our defense in the second half. I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, it was they could run through us, they could pass through us.
Yep.
So I don't know. I'm not saying Hafley is a genius. He gets either more credit or more blame. The players play the game, but something happened at halftime where they changed a scheme, or I don't know what happened. Maybe you guys could reflect on that.
Well, I also, look, I don't think Caleb Williams is Tom Brady, who was calling the game for Fox. But Caleb Williams made some pretty impressive throws that I quite frankly, you know how we used to talk about wow throws, and I used to say that I didn't see enough of those from Love, and then now we see them all the time. That's part of your development as a quarterback. And I saw him make some throws yesterday that I didn't think he was capable of. Like, there was the one where he was rolling, and he gets, I can't remember if it was Loveland or Komet on the sideline, but it is he has to get it over one defender, in front of another defender, and it's a tight window on the sideline, and he makes the throw on the run. And so I think we have to give him at least a little bit of credit for making a few plays, even if he made the throw that he did at the end of the game. But you could tell that I thought the defense's problem, Tausch, was that they were simply out of gas.
Yeah, they got tired.
Again, when you score on a 41-yard touchdown, which is a 4-play drive, no one is complaining, and I am certainly not saying that was a bad thing. But considering that they sandwiched that with 2 3-and-outs, the defense was on the field for a long time, and they looked like they were gassed. And sometimes you don't play as well when you're that tired. But they came up with the play at the end, and let's be honest, too, the drive at the end of the game that puts the Bears in position to either force overtime if they kick the extra point, if they get the touchdown, or go for 2, which I'm sure, I agree with you, I'm sure they're going for it. They moved the ball pretty well in a pretty short period of time there, too. I think they still were sucking wind a little bit defensively. So a great win. I love the fact, I watched that video, too, that, Keyshawn is a brash dude. It's really, it is part of his personality. And I can't quote Micah Parsons on this program. I'd have to use a couple of blanks in it. But he said that Keyshawn's got to...
Just put royalty-free on it.
Yeah, royalty-free profanity. But I'm glad that he apologized, because those were knuckleheaded moments that he is sometimes going to have, but he came through in the clutch, and that's the biggest apology that you can deliver. Let's get another call in before we go to break. 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Liz is more. Let's talk to Matty Coonan. Matt, good morning, buddy. How are you?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. Great to hear your voice. Been a while.
Is that a Saved by the Bell trivia today I didn't know about, Matty?
Always ready for it if you got one.
Okay. Let me think on it as you're telling your points. I'll get one.
All right. Yeah, Caleb started this off today talking about being complimentary to Matt LaFleur. I just have to echo that. Like 4 weeks ago, it really felt like a tipping point on maybe not only his season, but his time in Green Bay. And he's really answered the bell. And I wanted to highlight 2 plays in the second half where it really shone through. And the first was the touchdown to Watson. When they ran the trips right with Jacobs in the backfield, I was certain that they were going to hand it off on an inside zone. And I think Dennis Allen was certain also. And it really sprung that play loose. Jacobs got hit 2 yards in the backfield. They were selling out on what I was certain was going to be a run. And the second one was the Jacobs 21-yard run. So no secret there that it's a huge play. But they ran that ball under center and pitched it to the right. Again, they avoided the middle of the zone, or the middle zone, and pitched him into open space and let him make a play. I think it's a big deal that Matt LaFleur, on 2 of the biggest plays in the second half, let his guys make plays. And it really seems like a cool shift in what this offense has been doing the last few weeks.
Great call, Matt. We appreciate you.
All right, Matt, I got a question for you. What was the name of Screech's robot?
Ooh. I don't know. You got me.
What was the name of Tom Brady's partner in crime yesterday?
Kevin Burkhardt? Oh, it's Kevin.
The name is Kevin.
Kevin Burkhardt.
Yeah.
Kevin.
I didn't know. Kevin. Screech's robot's name was Kevin Burkhardt?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't. They didn't say what his last name was. It's Kevin. The name was Kevin.
Could have been Burkhardt.
I can picture it. It looked like a box with some light bulbs for eyes.
It wasn't a great robot by any stretch. No.
No. It's a Saturday morning robot.
Stump. Yep. Indeed. Good to hear from you, Matty.
Yeah, you guys as well. I love you guys.
Thanks for the call, Kevin Burkhardt. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. That's the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. We'll get to more of your calls after Tausch tells us about what he and Sarah have going on with American Family Insurance.
Indeed, Sarah and I, we have teamed up with American Family Insurance to help raise some funds towards the American Family Children's Hospital through a virtual toy drive. All donations will go towards therapeutic supplies and toys that help thousands of children and families across the country. Plus, American Family Insurance, they're going to match every dollar donated up to $50,000 through the end of this year. Visit amfamkids.org to donate today.
More of your calls next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. I've told you for a while about how much I've loved Pizza Hut since I was a kid, and it's especially great around the holidays. Now huddle up. The holidays just got a game changer. Pizza Hut's Triple Treat Box is back with 2 medium pizzas, breadsticks, and a dessert starting at $19.99. It's an easy way to feed the family and still be ready in time for kickoff. The Triple Treat Box, only at Pizza Hut. Order online at pizzahut.com or in the Pizza Hut app. Pizza Hut, feed good times.
The biggest games.
Back-to-back state championships. Still going, lowers his shoulder into the end zone. Touchdown, Wanakee.
The most compelling stories.
Where are you going to be playing basketball next year?
I'm proud and excited to announce that I'll be going to the University of Charleston.
We are now joined by the Executive Director of the WIAA, Stephanie Hauser.
The area's best high school sports coverage is Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania.
Grassland butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family-owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Ho, ho, my back.
Santa?
Ho, ho, Gina Della from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Tito's Handmade Vodka is America's favorite vodka for a reason. From the first legal distillery in Texas, Tito's is 6 times distilled till it's just right and naturally gluten-free, making it a high-quality spirit that mixes with just about anything, from the smoothest martinis to the best Bloody Marys. Tito's is known for giving back, teaming up with nonprofits to serve its communities and do good for dogs. Make your next cocktail with Tito's. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
The Bucky Badger Student Mascot Fund was created to support the amazing student athletes who bring the best mascot in the world to life. Hey, my name is Stacy Bruner. I was Bucky Badger from 2010 to 2014. My most memorable sports moment was running out the flag at the 2013 Rose Bowl versus Stanford. Your donation will help fund new scholarships to ensure that the rich tradition of Bucky lives on. Learn more at supportbucky.org. That's supportbucky.org.
I knew that we were going to be getting engaged
soon and needed to do some ring shopping, heard the radio ads of Chalmers and decided, hey, we should give it a shot at Chalmers.
They were just awesome at accepting us through the door and understanding what she wanted in terms of how she wanted it, and they delivered.
Everybody always is telling me how sparkly my ring is. They tell me that they really like the style of the ring and the setting that it's in. I am ecstatic with it.
Thank you, Chalmers.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
I mean, it's Packers-Bears. It's a great rivalry. And certainly with what was at stake in regards to positioning in the NFC North, I mean, that's the only thing that matters.
That is Matt LaFleur after the Packers win over the Bears. By the way, if you have not seen the locker room celebration where Matt LaFleur gives out his 2 game balls, you heard, I think, Dave in Atlanta reference it. It's a good thing he didn't hold a grudge like some of us might have, because Keyshawn Nixon goes back into the game after being benched for his penalty, ends up getting the game-sealing interception, gets a game ball for his efforts, and acknowledges his the error of his ways while his teammates are celebrating him. Let's get back to your calls.
J-Dub, did anybody ask Matt after the game if did Keyshawn do that on his own? Because when
going back in the game or staying out of the game?
No. The last play, because it was supposed to, Evan Williams was to cover him, right?
Yeah. So
Keyshawn kind of ad-libbed, right, and went and did something that he wasn't supposed to?
That is correct, yes. Good thing he did, because otherwise it's a touchdown. But, yes, to Evan Williams' credit, again, I always have more respect for the guys that admit when they make mistakes. I blew it. He saved me. That's exactly what he said. Let's get to more of your calls, 844-770-3776. Let's go to Zach in Indianapolis. Zach, good morning. Thanks for holding on, buddy. What do you got?
Hey, what's up, guys? First of all, very, very excited. Congratulations. You know, I spend the whole week stressing about these games, especially the Bears games, and I enjoy it for maybe half an hour, and then I'm on to stressing about Denver. I hate that. I just want to enjoy it. For a little longer. I had a couple thoughts and a couple questions, and I wondered if you guys might have the answers. Why is Nate Hobbs out there when he's not 100%? Why can't we move Bo around, see what he does? Why can't we? It just seems like Nate's always getting burnt. And I know it's because he had surgery. I know he's not 100%, but he's a liability every time he's out there. Second thing.
I thought it was interesting, Zach, that even though they weren't sure if Javon Bullard was going to play, later on in the game, they put him in the slot again and they took Nate Hobbs out. So either
right, exactly. What are you doing? Make a decision.
Yeah.
I know they're just trying to find the pieces that fit and everything. And you know, I like Zane at safety too. You know, I mean. Anyway, a second thing is, you know, the interview after the game where Mike is like, oh, it just happens all the time, gets held on every play. I wonder if Tausch, is there something he can do to sell that a little more, you know, to get that call? You know.
Yep.
Great question.
And I have one more thing. How do you feel about Denver? How do you feel? I feel scared, but I feel good.
Yeah, I'll say this, and thanks for the call, Zach. 2 things. I'll hit on the Denver part of it first. In April, I just had a hunch Denver was going to be good this year. And they've been pretty good. I thought their defense was going to be really good. their defense has been really good. Their offense, I give Sean Payton a lot of credit because I think he's done a good job getting things, and he's always kind of felt like he's had Green Bay's number. For what, even in New Orleans, it always felt like they were able to come in and do things to us, running the football and schematically. So I said when that schedule came out, the only game I thought they were going to for sure lose was Denver. I don't know which way I'm going to pick yet. I was dead set. I feel like I almost have to pick Denver because I was so staunch in my Denverisms from back in April and May and June and July and August and September. But their offense is very limited, fellas. I mean, the Raiders held them in check. The Raiders stink on defense. And the Raiders, they scored 7 of their points on a kick or punt return yesterday, boys. So I am up in the air on it, and I will make a determination as the week goes. But I feel like I'll be a little fraudulent if I don't pick Denver. That doesn't necessarily mean. So there's that. As for the Micah Parsons holdings, every time you see when he's ripping and the guy's got him chokeholded around his neck, everybody wants a holding call. If their feet aren't beat, you're not going to get it. Micah could get called. Somebody has held him pretty much every play, and they ain't going to call that. Can Micah do more as far as acting? And I watched the Marquette, Wisconsin game at the Kohl Center on Saturday. And I'm amazed at how many times, and it's both Wisconsin and Marquette, when they're dribbling the basketball, they whip their head back like they got whiplash. Like somebody just drilled like their Chevy. Ba-bam! The refs eventually don't call it. But Micah is so fast and strong, he knows he's not getting holding calls, so he doesn't think it's any good to flop and get a call. Now, if there's a time where he's getting blocked and he wants to flop, but he is so confident in his abilities that he can fight through and get there, that he ain't played that game yet. He's still too young. And I don't want to say naive, but he's still arrogant and young enough to say, you can have 3 guys hold me, I'm still getting there. Eventually, he'll start seeing, you know what, maybe I will start flopping. Za'Darius was the GOAT at this, man. He whipped those arms back like he was getting whatever 100 times a game, and he'd get 2 holding calls a game. Now, there'd be 7 or 8 times that people would just bury him into the ground, and you'd be like, Za'Darius, what the hell are you doing? But Micah is not there, and you have to pick. Am I going to flail and flop and try and get a hold, or am I going to keep chasing and going? And Micah is too dang athletic, too strong, too unblockable, and he is not at the point in his career yet where he is thinking flopping is the option that is best for him. And that might be a negative for him, FYI. Does that make sense, J-Dub?
Very much does, but I also agree that we have seen him push through obvious holds. We've seen him push through double teams and triple teams. So he's not about to surrender by flailing, to your point. Eventually, he will figure out how to pick his spots. I mean, look, he's in his 5th year, but he's been such a dominant player. I went back and looked. This is the same issue that he experienced in Dallas. He's such a phenomenal player that he basically beats the holds anyway, but they're enough to stop him from getting to the quarterback so they don't get called. Like, this is a legitimate issue.
For sure. You know what it is? It's the Shakification, Yanification. They're so
Good
big,
parallel.
so athletic, and so talented, they don't know how to officiate. They can't officiate him.
You're right.
And, by the way, I don't want holding calls called every time because, trust me, on our end, we could get called a bunch more than what they do, and I know that's not what Packer fans want to hear. Now, is Micah in a different category? 1,000% he is. And is there a chance in blank that he has gone 50 snaps of pass rush and doesn't get held? Of course not. But it has to be egregious, and there have been some egregious ones. but Micah ain't playing that game yet. And it is literally the same thing as Shaq and Giannis. They don't know necessarily how to officiate him yet, and I don't know if he doesn't start playing that game. I don't know if they will.
Let's get to another call before the break. 844-770-3776. I was listening to Christmas music on my drive home from Lambeau last night.
Royalty free?
No, Sirius XM satellite radio. But okay. I heard 2 consecutive songs that referenced the Yule log. And you know who I thought of?
Oh, Spark Dog. Spark Dog.
Sparky in Sussex. Sparky, good morning, buddy. How's the Yule log?
It's burning bright today, I'll tell you. It was a little chilly. We could have maybe used it out in the stands, but it was a great win. It was really electric when we got the pick to end it. I think the thing that some of us were so happy with was that the play calling, I thought, was great. We were so used to, run on first, run on second, and then throw. We threw on the first play of the game, and we only ran on first and second down 3 times, and one of those was when we were on the goal line. So I thought the play calling was just superb yesterday. And I think with some of Johnson's comments, and especially the ending handshake, if you want to call it that, I think this LaFleur versus Johnson rivalry, I think it's going to be maybe the metrosexual version of Ditka versus Greg. I think it's going to get even uglier.
Soundgraph!
Kind of like that.
Soundgraph!
They definitely did not come to blows like Ditka and Greg. I referenced them in my game story on Channel 3000 too. But
Jason, who's winning that? If they come to blows, who's winning that?
I don't know. I think Ben Johnson probably fights dirty. It's probably like a Costanza versus Seinfeld type deal. I think he's probably, poking eyes and grabbing hair and stuff like that. Messing up Matt's hair, grabbing him by the eyebrows.
Can I ask one quick question?
No.
Thank you.
Of course. Go ahead.
The last 2 minutes, the Bears are driving their, 20, 25-yard line. We didn't call any timeouts, and I'm not sure of the strategy there. Should we have called a time? I mean, we called a timeout after they had their timeout on 4th down, but should we have burned a couple timeouts to save ourselves some time? Because they were going for a touchdown regardless. Or I guess what's the play there, Tauscher or Jason?
Yeah, I actually thought after they got that first down or got to 3rd and 1, that would have been a good time for Green Bay to snap a timeout, because at this point you have to think they could score. But I think LaFleur kind of went into it saying, we're going to win or lose this game with our defense at the end of this game. That was the thought. And had they maybe made it down there with a minute and some change left, maybe he's more likely to snap a TO. But because of how it played out, he didn't. And it was what Ben Johnson was looking for. He tried to get it. And again, not to glaze on Kingsley, but JJ made the play that threw everybody's plans into the you-know-what. And that's what ended up being the biggest difference maker to me in that game.
So I want to touch on something before we take a break and then get to more calls. You heard Sparky, and thanks for the call, Sparky. Happy holidays, buddy. Reference the play calling. The Bears played a bunch of man coverage, and they played a bunch of one-high safety, which I don't understand why you would do that against these guys, because obviously the Packers had 3 big downfield throws on them.
Why, Jay? You know why they did that?
I was about to ask you why, so yes, please tell me why.
Because they can't get home with 4. They, I don't think, felt like they could stop the run without having somebody down. And they didn't want it to just sit there and Jordan Love just pick them.
Yeah,
Was
and
it
Love
the right
cooked
move?
them when they blitzed, too.
You don't blitz Jordan Love. I don't know how many teams have to find this out. Carolina showed you the blueprint. I think the Browns, now granted they got Myles Garrett, but why any team doesn't sit in too deep and say, how patient are y'all going to be? Now, the Bears don't trust their front 7 with their linebackers being out and with their inability to get home with a rushing 4. They felt like they needed to do something different. By the way, I just tweeted this. They couldn't get home when they blitzed. And that's
Correct.
what led to the big play to Bo. That's what led to the big play down the field to Christian Watson. And that allowed Jordan to check because he saw it on a slant. Because Dennis Allen knew, I can't get home with 4. I need to bring pressure. And they didn't do a very good job of disguising it. And Matt LaFleur ate his lunch on those opportunities. That's why.
Right. So my point, and thank you for explaining that, because my point is that that's how Matt LaFleur is going to call the game if he gets the looks he wants. But if you're not getting the looks you want, he's not going to be throwing the ball down the field into too high safety coverages. They're just not going to do that. So this is like, he doesn't do this willy-nilly. Like, there's a reason behind why he calls the game the way he does when people don't like it, I guess is my point. Is that fair?
Yep. I think it's very fair. I do think sometime, not today, because you don't want to be Johnny urinating the Cheerios question guy, but I am starting to wonder, can we do something else besides yelling can, and everybody and their mother knows you're running the football?
Yeah, they very rarely seem to can to a pass. I don't know what the odds are.
Yeah, just mix it up. Like, go, I don't know, like a different kind of canned vegetable. Like, you could just mix it up a little bit. Green Giant, Green Giant, Green Bean, canned corn. But it's something else.
They're not yelling a vegetable, though. They're just yelling can. Yeah.
Jar.
No, they're not yelling. Yeah,
pickles. Name another container. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tupperware.
Crock pot.
I still don't know why a quarterback doesn't get a huge endorsement deal with somebody and use that as their audible. That'd be a great money maker.
You know, well, I guess they couldn't do it, but we could. Prize Picks.
Oh, good day for Prize Picks.
Yeah, we were good.
Very good day. Yeah. You know what? It's fun. Bowl games, basketball matchup, playoff pushes. It's the best time of the year for sports. And Prize Picks is the best place to go, especially when you feel like you're going to be right. The simplest way to play daily fantasy, pick more or less. On at least 2 player stats, get them right, cash in. And new this season, you get early payouts. If your lineup gets off to that hot start, you can cash out before the game even ends. Deposits are fast and easy with Venmo, Apple Pay, MasterCard, and more. Completion percentage, less. Caleb, bing, bing, bing. Nice one. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code WI. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, that's code WI to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good
to be right. More of your calls next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 5 and 20%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. Visit amfam.com to learn more. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
What's better than cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand? Cheering for the Packers with an ice-cold beer in your hand that you got for 10% off. And when you get Packers checking from Associated Bank, you get even more. Like 10% off food and 10% off drinks on game day. Like that ice-cold beer in your hand. Plus 15% off Pro Shop gear. Only with Packers checking. Associated Bank. Bank of the Packers. Learn more at associatedbank.com/Packers. Member FDIC.
Ben Brust here to tell you about why your next work van should be from Mercedes-Benz Sprinter at Zimbrick European. First off, we have versatility. The Sprinter vans offer 16 body types and thousands of ways to customize that space. Number 2, we have reliability. Sprinter's most powerful diesel engines last longer and require less maintenance, spend more time on the road and less time in those bays. Number 3, we have safety. Sprinter's safety technologies include curtain airbags all around, load adaptive electronic stability program, and crosswind and attention assist. Number 4, Van Care Mobile. Our Our maintenance team can come to you with routine service. Who wants to go in? Let them come to you. They work with multiple trucks on one visit. Use the Mercedes Me Connect. And last but not least, get your Zimbrick Sprinter at Zimbrick European at Rimrock Road and the Beltline, or go online at ZimbrickEuropean.com, because your next Mercedes Sprinter van is waiting for you.
Score the top gifts for the Brewers fan in your life this holiday season. Set them up for an epic 2026 season with the all-new Brewers Holiday Bundle, featuring 4 ticket vouchers, loaded value concession credits, and an exclusive Brewers Holiday ornament, starting at just $99. Finish shopping for even the youngest Brewers fans with the 2026 Kids Crew Kit, including one-of-a-kind Brewers merch, 6 ticket vouchers, a ballpark tour, and more, all for just $35. Grab every Brewers Holiday gift today at Brewers.com.
The host might be irrelevant, but the conversations aren't.
I think Matt LaFleur and both Jordan Love are good. I don't know if they're the guys that are going to be the ones that win you a Super Bowl.
Mr. Irrelevant with Alex Strofe.
Does he have the it? The quarterback who says, we're not losing this game because I'm going to make sure of it?
Live on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Also available on the ESPN Wisconsin app and wherever you get your podcasts.
This is Eric Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well, earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit sidingunlimited.com or stop by our beautiful showroom in Madison.
Greg Scalzo here for Buck and Honey's. Celebrate the holiday season at the restaurant that won gold in Best of Madison. Enjoy seasonal dishes, handcrafted cocktails, and hospitality that makes every visit special. Planning your holiday party? They'll help you host a celebration that everyone will remember. Don't wait. Make a reservation today to secure your spot this season. Visit their locations in Sun Prairie, Monona, Wanakee, or Mount Horeb, and enjoy holiday cheer with great food and great company. I'll see you at Buck and Honey's.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
That's a really good football team. We got a lot of respect. They got good talent and good coaching. So it's a really good football team, and I thought they did a nice job in the second half making whatever adjustments they made. And I mean, they kind of controlled the game in the second half, but luckily when they scored, we were able to answer a couple of times. There weren't a lot of possessions in the game. Both teams were able to possess the ball, and just it comes down, it's always like a play here or a play there that's the difference in the game.
That's Matt LaFleur discussing the Bears and yesterday's 28-21 win at Lambeau Field. Let's get back to your calls. We're still running a little bit behind. Let's go to AJ in Oostburg. We know how much Tausch loves Oostburg. AJ, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Good morning, guys. Happy Victory Monday. A couple of things for you this morning. Just wondering how, with all these eyes that are looking at plays in the NFL, are they still getting stuff wrong? Like that first play, it's either an incompletion or it's an interception. How did they get that wrong?
Yeah, I don't know.
So that's one thing. And then another thing, I guess this is for more Tausch, going into a game, depending on the reffing crew. Now, this should never happen, but do you change your game plan at all? Oh, we got this crew, so they're going to call more of this, or they're going to call more pass interference. And I don't think that should be a thing. I don't understand how these calls can be such a interpretation thing, and it's irritating. Just if you could touch on that, and it was a great win. We'll take it, and yeah, just happy Victory Monday, and just if you could just elaborate on that a little bit. You guys know a lot more about that than myself.
Sure, AJ. Thanks for the call. Yes, you scout refs too. And I don't know if you change necessarily the game plan, but you emphasize. If this crew calls more defensive holdings or grabbing, you will make sure to let your defensive backs understand that. If a group calls a lot of holdings on the offensive line, you'll even more maybe reemphasize, but more so it almost goes the other way. This is a more lenient crew, so push and see how much you can get away with. If they don't call a ton of holdings, be even more aggressive with it. So everybody looks at that. They'll tell you the stats. They'll tell you kind of what the emphasis is, where they rank compared to the other 15 crews of officials. And you don't say, well, we're not going to run screen passes on this because they really look for guys downfield. But you will definitely re-emphasize or de-emphasize things that these crews really focus in on. So it's just like you're scouting an opponent, not to the same degree, but you want to get that information so that your players know that going into a game.
Yeah, and to AJ's other point, I don't understand, like, the whole Sky Judge, New York Nerve Center concept is supposed to eliminate that kind of stuff. Like the ultimate ruling on the completion that wasn't the interception or fumble that wasn't, they initially ruled it a completion, a fumble that the Bears recovered. It looked to me very clearly like Evan Williams had the ball. So to change it to an incompletion allows LaFleur to win the challenge, and it's certainly better than if they had ruled that the play would stand, because that would have made sense either. But the ball never touched the ground. So it can't be an incomplete pass. It has to be something else. Either it's a catch, fumble recovery, or an interception, fumble recovery for the Packers. We'll get to more of your calls. I know there's a bunch of you still on hold. 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. That's the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more, but we have one more break to hit before the start of the 11 o'clock hour. So I'll tell you about Associated Bank. I'm sure you're tuning into our social media channels every game day to catch our 3 things to watch with Associated Bank. And there's 3 things, actually there's a bunch more than just 3 things, but there's 3 things about their customer service that are second to none. They got early pay, access to your direct deposit up to 2 days early from your employer. There's credit monitoring to make sure you're ready to make that big purchase and make sure your credit is in the right place. And of course, there's fraud protection, which I experienced myself when some ne'er-do-well tried to take my information. Associated Bank had my back. So go to AssociatedBank.com to find out more.
Ne'er-do-well.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
phrase.
It's a good word.
That was a weird one. What were you thinking about saying there?
The same thing that Micah Parsons called Keyshawn Nixon, which it starts with an M, and it depends if you make it one word or 2. It has
trucker.
an F in there somewhere. Yeah. He says he has short man syndrome.
Gotcha.
And that he's a feisty fellow. More of your calls next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Still Kings of the North.
This was a playoff game.
The Packers beat the Bears.
We're going to win the division. We're going to be in a great spot.
Continue reacting next right here on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Madison on YouTube.
What's up, Madison? It's Stacy from Bruner Realty. You know that honey-do list that's been sitting on your counter since, 2020? Yeah, we can handle that. From leaky faucets to light fixtures, our handyman team at Bruner Realty fixes it all. Fast, friendly, and done right the first time. We take care of it so you don't have to. Visit fixedbybruner.com. That's fixedbybruner.com. Because your to-do list deserves a happy ending.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Steinhoffels. Try Helix Sleep's award-winning mattress now at Steinhoffels, 20% off. Visit steinhoffels.com to learn more. Better sleep starts now. Looking ahead to 2026, how can Badger football attack the transfer portal? Former Badger running back Brian Calhoun curious to see if progress is made after the program's promise of increasing resources.
It's good to hear that we're going to add more resources to the pool that we already have, but it's also a hard decision for a transfer kid. If I know Wisconsin's going to offer this, and I know another school's going to offer this, if you look at the last 3 or 4 years, you don't feel that confident. And we gotta fight like hell to really get out of that area and convince kids like Wisconsin's the place to be.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
From the biggest plays on the court to the comments made in the locker room after. An in-depth recap of every Bucks game. In 6 minutes. No more. No less. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. If you missed any of the game or just want to relive the biggest moments, Bucks in 6 provides game recaps. Hear the high-flying dunks from Giannis or the deep threes from Miles Turner. And catch the comments post-game about what happened on the court. Bucks in 6 on the Bucks Plus audio network. Find it now on bucks.com/plus or on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Buying a new vehicle should be exciting, and that's what Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb aims to do. That's why they vow to give you the better buying experience. Jim Rutledge here. I've had 3 better buying experiences at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, and I keep on going back because the experience and the Chevy is fantastic. So if you're looking for a buying experience you're going to want to repeat anytime you need a new or new-to-you vehicle, I recommend you make the short drive out to Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb, because you're only minutes away from a better buying experience at Simden Chevy in Mount Horeb.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. If you're looking for a place where you can better yourself while having a wonderful atmosphere, you have it at the Princeton Club. Strong communities, strong body, and strong mind. All it takes is one small step to start today. You will see that you have everything you need in order to achieve all of your goals. Find your better tomorrow at the Princeton Club. 8 Madison locations where you go in there, you take a tour, and you realize this is a place for me. Find more at PrincetonClub.net.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
If you're asking who we learned more about, I think everybody learned more about the Chicago Bears. The version of Jordan Love that we saw is what we've come to expect this time of year. But what I didn't realize is that the Chicago Bears have a running game that they can consistently lean on, regardless of who the opponent is, and they have a quarterback that can pull a rabbit out of a hat. Now, it's going to lead to some plays that leave you scratching your head, but there are also some throws in there that only a handful of people on the planet Earth can make.
That is Chris Canty of Unsportsmanlike, friend of show, breaking down Packers-Bears. Packers win 28-21. They are now alone atop the NFC North at 9-3-1 with another matchup with the Bears 12 days away. 12 days of matching up with the Bears again. All right, we've got Reggie, Mo, and Mike, who we're going to get to in the 11 o'clock hour, so you guys stay there through the break. But we need to get to Josh in Kenosha, because Josh in Kenosha is a Bears fan? Now, I noticed there were some Bears fans throughout the week who were crashing the YouTube commentary. So thanks for the subscribing, because you can't chat if you don't subscribe, so thank you for your...
How was the crowd? What was the split yesterday, crowd-wise?
It could be a little bit misleading because there's hunting orange in the crowd, right? Because those are some of the warmest.
Sounded like there were a decent amount of Bears fans there from what I could hear on TV.
40%?
First of all, I understand that they're not wearing their hunting gear because they came straight from their tree stand. They're generally wearing it because it's the warmest clothing they have. Again, I don't sit in the stands, so correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, I'll correct you if you're wrong.
Fresh off the hunt and come rolling right on in.
One guy brought his deer with him. He was gutting it right there in section 302.
They let him take a knife into the stadium? Better get their security figured out.
I think he used a plastic knife from the concession stand. And secondly, I did think that there were some moments where I was like, wow, that's a lot of positive reaction to a Bears play. So, again, navy blue, which is also their other color, it doesn't pop like Honolulu blue or purple from the Vikings. So I can't say what the breakdown was, but it was more than I anticipated. Let me put it that way. And there's more Bears fans calling than I was anticipating today, too. At least one of them. And it's Josh in Kenosha. Josh, good morning. Thanks for holding on. What the hell are you doing here?
Good morning to you both. First, I would like to say thank you to Jason for making me smarter every time I listen. And
wow, you should call more often.
This is going to have a twist coming. I can hear this a mile away.
Exactly. But
a very astute observation from Tausch last week about us Bears fans being reserved because we just had our hearts ripped out again yesterday. It's not fun being a Bears fan. These games are not fun. I don't enjoy watching them. I dread them every year because I know the result. It's 2 automatic losses every year. I'm tired of losing to the Packers. I'm tired of you guys having a franchise quarterback and we don't. It's just, it's frustrating, to say the least. There are no moral victories. The only one that matters is who won the game. And yet again, for the 52nd time since 1992, I've had to watch my team lose. It's depressing. Congrats on another
wait a minute.
Division title.
Josh, I'm not. Look, I'm not here to make you feel better necessarily, but I do think, and I want to get. This is great. I'm really glad you called, and not just because you complimented us. Do you not feel?
Complimented you. In fairness, he complimented you.
No, he said you made a very astute observation. If you were listening, which sounded like a compliment to me, to you.
Absolutely compliment. Also spot on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your compliment.
Josh, is Caleb Williams a franchise quarterback? Don't get all mad at me, Jason. He asked that.
At this point, he is not, but he is working his way towards it. He is starting to win me over, and yesterday I don't put it on him. I put it on Ben Johnson. The clock management at the end was abysmal. Run the ball on 4th and 1. Call a timeout, take your 4 shots to the end zone. He got too cute.
Or just make a good throw. Or just make a good throw on time and you have a touchdown. Yeah,
I don't know if you heard.
Yep, go ahead.
I don't know if you heard earlier, but the astute observationist said that it was all because of Kingsley Enagbari's 3rd down play.
Defense made a play.
So you have to look through that prism. Josh, all right. I want to get to the other calls, but I don't want to let you go yet because I do want to ask you. Don't you? And maybe this is just as you pointed out. 52-16 now in the games that that Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, and Jordan Love have started against the Chicago Bears. But are you just so beaten down by Packers Bears that you're not allowing yourself to get your hopes up that the gap is closing, that you have a legit coach who, even though you disagree with the way he handled the final minute, you have a quarterback that looks like he's capable of being a franchise quarterback. Are you not allowing yourself to hope that this thing is going to turn around and it's going to be competitive and the Bears are going to win their share and the Packers are going to win their share over the next decade? Are you not allowing yourself to think that way?
Not at all, because until you get the results, what's the point of hoping? You
got to give them hope.
There's nothing to indicate that it's going to be competitive. If Jordan Love doesn't get hurt in that game last year, make it 53 losses.
That's true.
Quite
That's
honest.
fair. Yeah,
there's no reason for us Bear fans to hope.
But Josh, quick question: don't you feel? I feel like you guys are in a better place than I thought going into last week. Watching how you played yesterday, I think you should be more optimistic than. And I can't believe I'm saying this. I think you should be more optimistic. Your O-line is good. Your running game is good. Your coaching is good.
Tell that to the loss column. The only thing that matters is the wins and losses. And I got to listen to people like Strofe and Wallace later who are going to be like, we dominated. Bears still suck. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
All right. So, Josh, here's what I'd like you to do. You're obviously an avid listener to our station, despite your Bears
I love you guys. You guys are great.
allegiance. So we appreciate that a ton, buddy. But I want you to do this for me, okay? I want you to call back.
My homework.
It's not really. It's more of a long-term tease. Packers-Bears Saturday, December 20th, 12 days from today. Okay, then Sunday we'll have Sunday Karma, but then Monday Tauscher and I will be back on the air. Whatever happens, good, bad, or indifferent with your Bears, I want you to call on that Monday, the 22nd. Okay?
I will call.
All right. We'll even fast pass you.
Wow.
Love you guys.
The coveted fast pass.
Love you, Josh. Josh is beaten into the dirt, man.
He is. He's inconsolable.
Bear fans, I'm telling you, I came away more impressed with the Bears after yesterday's game than I ever was prior to it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but isn't that condescending of us and kind of proving Josh's point?
A little bit.
No. They were actually competitive in the game and had a chance in the fourth quarter.
It's condescending.
If you phrase it that way,
it is.
Yes. But
it's condescending.
I was not a Caleb Williams believer, and he certainly is nowhere close to Jordan Love in terms of his development.
Completion yesterday.
I know, but he made some throws that, again, I didn't think he was capable of. He made a couple of tight window throws. I just thought it was he was better than I thought he was. He really was. And I think there are signs that with this coach, and as he learns how to play, Tom Waddle, speaking of people that make us smarter, I thought he made a great point with us last week that, basically with Lincoln Riley and the USC offense, it was, hey, man, go make a play. And what was great about him in college was his improvisational skills. Now, if he can keep that and run the Ben Johnson offense the way, say, I don't know, Jared Goff ran it, to your point that you made in the comparison last week, there's a chance he could be really good. So I'm not condescending to Josh.
Should have been a comic, Jason. You missed that great line I just said. He's so good at improv.
It's a good joke. Good joke.
Thanks, Jesse. Here's the problem, Jason, and I don't know. Ben Johnson is a really good coach. I think Packer fans, even Matt LaFleur, would admit he's good. I don't know if you can get him to stay in the pocket and go through progressions on a consistent basis. Ben Johnson, after the first part, said, we ain't doing that anymore. Everything had to be play action and movement, and everything is escape to the right. I would bet Jeff Hafley is not going to let him escape to his right in the next tilt against this team. You can't. They didn't even trust him to just drop back and throw. They didn't even trust him to do it. So until that happens, I understand the angst of Bear fans.
Do you love anything as much as you love Tito's vodka, though? That's really the question.
His comic joke.
Love Tito's. Say that again.
Your comic joke. Caleb Williams.
That was pretty good.
Improv.
Well, Jason just blew by it. Like Christian Watson.
I can't. If I'm talking, sometimes when you say things, I can't hear you when I'm talking. And I don't know if you know this, but you talk a lot when I'm talking.
Wah.
So he
Why don't
ignores
you get
you.
a Tito's? Tito's handmade vodka goes good when you're pouting or when you're celebrating a big win.
It's not even 11:15. It's
11:11. Yeah, I'm getting there. If you'd stop interrupting me, I'd get it done. Spicy bloody on game day, or if you just want to have a little cranberry and Tito's over to Yule log at night. Tito's isn't just about great drinks, though. They also give back in a big way, partnering with nonprofits and doing real good in the communities across the country, especially for our four-legged friends. So next time you're raising a glass, make sure it's Tito's handmade vodka, crafted to be savored responsibly.
The 11 o'clock hour starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
This season, the Bucks are going for it all.
A game winner for the Greek Freak.
Go inside the team's pursuit of a championship on Locked In, the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, narrated by Bucks legend Marcus Johnson. Hear from the team stars on why they think they can make history. It's all on Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus audio network. Behind the Bucks is presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. Available now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the new ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. Happy Victory Monday. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Wisconsin Surplus in Mount Horeb, your homegrown auction powerhouse. From government assets to vehicles and equipment, find your next deal at wisconsinsurplus.com. The Green Bay Packers back in first place atop the NFC North standings following a 28-21 win over the rival Chicago Bears Sunday evening at Lambeau Field. The Packers get a game-clinching interception in the end zone in the final minute from Keyshawn Nixon to win it. Packers 9-3-1. They're in the second position in the NFC playoff picture entering action today. Quarterback Jordan Love knows how big the win was.
It's a very big win. Obviously, just where we're at in the NFC North and the division that we have, and I think we got some really good teams in this division. And obviously, the Bears were on top, so we knew what it was coming into it, and it's a huge win. And obviously, we'll be seeing these guys again here in a couple weeks.
Reactions continue on a Victory Monday all day long here on 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. That includes with more Wilde and Tausch coming up right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. And if we play our cards right here at 11:15, we can get to a couple more calls.
Is that royalty free? I love that song's royalty free.
No,
it is not.
We're not sure what we're doing at the top of hours just yet, but
we mute this on YouTube so they can't hear it. But it's Andy Grammer. If you'd ever like to sing along for the YouTubers, they'd appreciate that. Yeah.
All right, then. Give it up.
844-770-3776. We're going to take Reggie, Mo, and Mike here. But if you want to get in on a text portion of the Carbless Talking text line, Jesse will have one or two of those before we run out of show. Let's go back to the phones, though. Go down to Texas and talk to Reggie first. Reggie, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm calling from Beaumont. I know earlier you had a caller who identified come calling from Dallas, so I want to give my town a little love. I wanted to make one quick comment about the potential brawl between LaFleur and Johnson. I think Matt would be kind of a scrapper, barroom brawler. I see Johnson as Mr. Kung Fu guy, trying to throw a drop kick on you and all that. And as far as your caller, I love Josh, the caller from Kenosha. It's kind of like listening to Tokyo Rose from the other end. I loved it. Awesome. I wanted to comment on the Packer offensive line real quick. The attitude. I've noticed that even their attitude seems better. Well, I don't know if it's Sean Ryan and Belton getting in there, but I've noticed if you watch on the touchdown run, Jacobs, I know I'm a football watcher, but you see Banks after the run. He pushes one of the Bears linebackers away. So they've almost got like a nastier attitude now, and I love it.
Reggie, I want to say I love the very subtle I'm a ball watcher as opposed to a ball knower drop. So, again, anytime there's a clear acknowledgement of your devotion to the show, it is appreciated, and I think you make a great point. Look, I thought that Josh Jacobs was phenomenal yesterday. The 3rd and 1 that he picks up with the 21-yard run, I don't think we can praise the offensive line on that one because he was surrounded. There were 5 Bears around him. And not only did he escape, he turns it into a 21-yard gain to set up the go-ahead touchdown. But Tausch, to Reggie's very astute point, it does feel like there's a different attitude. I took the elevator with Elton when I got to the stadium yesterday, and he's in good spirits. And I did not mention that I thought maybe it's possible that they're better off with Sean Ryan at center. That did not come up in our conversation.
You? Oh, that's weird that did come up.
Because I believe he is an elite guard, and he should have been left there. And I think there's evidence to say that I'm not wrong about that. But the bottom line is that Sean Ryan is a tough dude. Aaron Banks, now that he's healthy, is a badass too. And Anthony Belton is an enormous human being. I'm not saying those guys play perfect at all, but to Reggie's point, I do think that there is a different edge there than when Jordan Morgan was taking a lot of guard snaps and playing out of position. I do think there's something to what Reggie said there. Do you agree with him?
There is no doubt the production has been better. And this business is about production. So I think Anthony Belton is a big physical brawler. Is there some things you can clean up? Certainly. But they wanted to be bigger and more physical in the interior. They were not that way when they had their preferred starters out there in the middle part of this season. Mm-hmm. They're getting there. I think they are getting better and better week in and week out. And I really felt like yesterday, some of the blitz pickup, both with Chris Brooks, Jacobs, and you start looking at what they did, passing off stunts, and Dennis Allen didn't sit back and just say, we're going to try and rush 4, because when they did, it wasn't pretty. They blitzed, and it wasn't pretty. Mm-hmm. And the boys up front did enough, and sometimes even more than enough, because you can't ask, and Matt Bowen, when he talked to us last week, thought this was a big point. You can't ask those guys in the back end to cover for 4 and 5 seconds, especially with speed like Watson's got. Mm-hmm. And that reared its ugly head for Chicago, and that group is getting better and better. And I think if they can stay healthy, you have to like what they're doing, and they're only going to get better and better as they keep working together.
Quick aside before we get to the next call. Did it seem on that slant that Watson turned into a touchdown and he was running nearly 22 miles an hour, that he made it look so effortless that it didn't even look like he was running as fast as he was? Or is that just my eyesight going? Like, he made it look so easy. Those guys looked like they were standing still around him.
Jason, why have I been on the Christian Watson train for so long?
Yeah, you and Jesse from the very beginning.
The Philly game as a rookie and then that Bears game, NFL wideouts don't outrun safeties and corners angles. Guys are fast and they'll pull away, but you don't out-angle people in this league. Guys don't do that. Effortless, yes. Guys can't catch him. When he is healthy and rolling, he makes it look easy because he's got another gear that most players don't have. And especially the Bears guys, you know, oh boy, what's the safety bit? Byard? He's old.
Kevin Byard.
He ain't fast. So it's going to be, you can't put him in that spot. And when you do, you're going to end up looking like that. That's how this works. As you get older, Christian Watson's speed is back, almost 22 miles an hour. That's the difference maker. That's why I've believed you can't coach that. And yesterday it beat up on the Chicago Bears.
Let's get to another call, 844-770-3776. Let's go to Mo in Illinois. Mo, good morning. Welcome to Wilde and Tausch. How are you? I heard you on Chicago radio, and I'm not going to mention the station because it was not our sister station.
Double Dipper.
ESPN 1000, and they booted your Tookus right off their airwaves.
Oh, don't think I forgot about that. I got a plan. Hey, payback is sweet. Payback is sweet, and best believe I'm going to be making a call, and they're going to hear it from the good old Mo from Illinois. So you just wait.
You sounded very complimentary toward them, and you said that this is as afraid as you've been of a Bears game because they put it on their social media. Are you now feeling justified, or how are you feeling after yesterday?
Yeah, it's not that I was afraid. I said nervous because out of all the years, it's been a long time since the Bears have looked this good. So I was very complimentary of them. And let's just say Wilde and Tausch would never boot a caller like that if they were being objective. But
no. Unless you swear.
I've thought about it.
Correct. But yesterday, I was at the game, and I do feel like the second half Bears looked very dangerous. But I also think that the defense was gashed and tired because that first half, I'll tell you something. Seeing that defense live in person, they are so stinking fast. The way they fly to that football is just a treat to see. It was really, really impressive. Micah Parsons single-handedly wrecked the Bears' O-line in that first half. I know he didn't get a sack, but my goodness, that guy was in the backfield every time. He let Caleb Williams hear it. And it was just, I can't say enough good things about this team. And one thing I want to say about Mr. Ben Johnson. I hate Ben Johnson. That's not a secret. That's not a secret. Don't you ever speak about our head football coach, Matt LaFleur, like that. And this organization who has owned your franchise, and you're out here in your first press conference talking about, I kind of enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice this season. Hey, buddy, how did that work out for you yesterday? You keep my head coach, you keep his name out of your mouth, and you keep our organization out of your mouth until you could prove that you could beat us consistently. Because the Packers will always own you. Aaron Rodgers said it best. We still own you, always will own you. Pack on top, forever and always.
There you have it. That is Mo in Illinois doing his best. What is that, Will Smith? Keep my coach's name out of your mouth. Tausch, you can keep Gina Della's name in your mouth, though, because you should really talk about Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Well, you should make sure your home remains comfortable in this brutal. It's been a really cold, snowy winter so far. And you want to be comfortable before that brutal holiday winter hits. And you know what? Santa's magical, but his elves, they're not qualified to build Pella windows. So instead of going through the big red guy, take advantage of this 0% interest for up to 24 months. The Pella's elves, they install year-round and can finish installation in as little as a day. But hurry up. The deal ends December 31st. So schedule your free consultation today at PellaWI.com. Certain restrictions do apply. See showroom for details.
We will get to one final call and then a couple of texts. So Mike and Ken, you get to close things out. We'll wrap things up with Whoa Nelly if we have time for it. And our final thoughts. That's all still ahead in the 11 o'clock hour, so stick around.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call Gina Della from Pella today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, reminding you there's no better product and no better taste than delicious Grassland butter. Well, I hope you enjoyed your Turkey Day feast and may still be enjoying those savory leftovers, complete with the pure and delicious taste of Grassland butter. Grassland has been producing the highest quality butter for more than 5 generations, since 1904. And the team at Grassland sure is thankful for all the hardworking dairy farmers right here in Wisconsin that help produce the highest quality ingredients that give Grassland its pure and delicious flavor. Thank you, farmers, and thank you, Wisconsin, from Grassland Dairy. Butter better with better butter. Check out creative new recipes in time for the holidays at grasslandbutter.com. And remember, there is no better product and no better taste than Grassland Dairy. Crafting butter for 5 generations.
All day, every day. The Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
At every meeting, at every new beginning, at every celebration, we make better happen. At Cousin Subs, better is more than just a word. It's a promise we serve at every party. Our customizable party boxes, box lunches, party chips, and dozen cookie boxes offer the options you need to please any crowd. Whatever the occasion, we will never settle for being just good enough. Order on our mobile app or online at cousinsubs.com. Cousin Subs, we believe in better.
We shopped at Chalmers because my husband wanted to get me a larger diamond in my engagement ring.
The folks at Chalmers said, well, we could just make it like this and we could do these things. Really just basically decided that there wasn't any place else we wanted to shop.
But not only did they create this new engagement ring for me with this gorgeous center stone, they also rehabbed this other ring, and I am beyond pleased.
Her favorite thing to do now is to walk around and show her hands and have people comment on it.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Since 1956, Holman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Holman Lindsay has grown over the years to 26 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Holman Lindsay has the paint you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Holman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious. With multiple engine options and impressive towing, while Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Get ready to unleash the dragon at Hard Rock Casino Rockford.
Introducing the region's very first $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Feel the thrill, chase the excitement, and win big. With jackpots soaring to $1 million, your chance to hit it big is here. Come experience the ultimate gaming adventure. Visit Hard Rock Casino Rockford today and play the $1 million Dragon Link slot game. Your legendary win awaits. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's hard rock.
If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
I mean, this league is just so competitive. The balance in our league is crazy, and you just can't take it for granted. And no matter who you're playing, where you're playing, when you're playing, you better bring your A game. And if you don't, you're going to get beat. And so I think we've all learned that and felt that.
That is Matt LaFleur. I gotta say, I'm not sure. There's been a lot of really good moments in today's show. The Matt LaFleur, Ben Johnson fist fight idea, and Ben Johnson thinking he's a kung fu guy, might have been sneaky one of the best lines of the day, because he does remind you of that kind of guy who wants to show everybody how he's been classically trained by Mr. Miyagi. Hopefully he doesn't have the same success as Daniel's son. All right, last call of the day goes to the inventor of the wildly popular Go Boo in a Bar t-shirt that I know Tausch has one of. It is Mike and Kendall. Mike, good morning. Thanks for the shirts and thanks for the call. What do you got?
Well, Jesse's got to get me 2 double fat shirts out of the box. I forgot to grab any when I got them made.
They're waiting for you in the drawer, Mike.
Sweet. Well, we'll just have to connect sometime. What size does Matt well, Tausch, I'm guessing you were at the bottom of the box with yours. But anyway, I got to say it.
Whoa!
No reason to boo in a bar. No reason to boo in a bar today. So, contrary to what Josh thought, I think the Bears are on an upswing, and that's just going to sweeten the rivalry. It's nice to play a competitive team and beat them. And I did see one Lambeau leap.
Yep.
And I was wondering, can you do a Lambeau leap after a game-winning interception?
There was some discussion about that, actually, after the game. Keyshawn Nixon said all of his teammates told him he should have done that, and he didn't, and he regretted it. So great question. And, yes, Christian Watson, I don't know if his dad was in the YouTube comments and passed that along to him, but he did a Lambeau leap after his first touchdown. He did not do one after his second. Bo Melton did not do one either. So, yeah, I was keeping track of that.
Yeah, that. You know, my wife mentioned that also. And I think it's because we have so many young guys. They all want to have their own little end zone thing, and I think we got to get the Lambeau leap back. It's like baseball teams trying to steal our sausage race. We can't have it. You know, that's a Green Bay thing. So I also agree it's a good point, Mike, on the holding calls. I think he is just so focused. You know, to throw his palms in the air after a play is one thing, but you're not going to get that guy to give up or faint like he's, you know, oh, geez, he really held me there. You got to call that. He's going to go through with the play, and more often than not, I think he's gonna finish. And was there a challenge on the series after our defense finally got off the field? You know, it's almost like giving them a long review is almost like a bonus timeout, especially if you can win it. You know what? And that was just another thing.
Yeah, LaFleur won both of his challenges, and thanks for the call, Mike. We appreciate that, and we appreciate the shirts. Yeah, LaFleur was 2 for 2, even though the officials did not do the greatest job of explaining what was being challenged and what wasn't. And then I'm still not sure they got everything right when they did that. Matt LaFleur was 2 for 2. He goes with his gut, like AFC Richmond Analytics Collective based in Richmond outside of London or something. Look, I will say I had one small disappointment yesterday.
Is that by Avon of Stratford? Is that by?
It's in the same vicinity.
You're gonna go see them on that trip, yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah, that'd be great. I did have one small disappointment yesterday.
Edinburgh. By Edinburgh.
I did have one small disappointment yesterday. With 3:32 left in the game, they did indeed play Enter Sandman.
Let's go.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it was at a change of possession where there wasn't a TV timeout, so we didn't get the whole thing. But they did do it, and so I think it was kind of like a soft opening, like you do if you opened up Gotham Bagels or something. You open before you really open and have the grand opening. But I try not to do this, but I thought Jeff Hafley talking, Tausch and I both. We both talk about dads a lot, being dads, and different experiences we each had with our fathers. Jeff Hafley talking about how that whole thing starts with him going to a World Series game with his dad and his brother was really, I thought, special. And so I really enjoyed writing about that for Game Day. So if you haven't seen that on Channel 3000 and you are a dad, or you think about maybe your dad is not with you anymore, like Jeff Hafley's, I do recommend that story. And I was really happy to hear at least the first few bars of Enter Sandman. But they had an opportunity earlier in the fourth quarter when it was a commercial. They're not going to move roll out the barrel. They're always going to play that to start the fourth quarter. But I learned about how the Steelers use Renegade. It's not like jump around. It's not at a specific spot. They do it at the first TV timeout of the third or fourth quarter when their defense is going to be on the field. So they do it expressly to get the fans fired up for the defense. So in Green Bay, Jartsy wouldn't have to be telling people to shh, be quiet. The offense is on the field.
Is Renegade royalty free?
It is not. No, they pay, and the Packers pay for all the music they play in the stadium too. They have to pay royalties for that. So there you have it. Okay. We don't pay royalties to Coors Light, but man, we love talking about them, and we do it because Tausch loves his Blue Mountains.
Whether you're tailgating pregame or enjoying your experience during the game, celebrating a big win like yesterday after the game, you just need a moment to chill. Crack open that Rocky Mountain cold Coors Light. You know, it'd be nice. Head out to Golden, Colorado, whoop up on the Broncos, and then crack open that Rocky Mountain cold Coors Light. Head down to Red Rock to celebrate. Maybe you'll get some royalty-free music. There might be a royalty-free music weekend down at Red Rock. I haven't checked. But if it is, it'll be a Coors Light in our hands. It's only 102 calories. It is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, a Golden, Colorado.
We'll get to a few of your texts from the Carbless Talk and Text line as we meld together Woe Nelly and your texts next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
At J&K Security Solutions, protecting your home or business is more than just the priority. It's what we do. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. Since 1987, J&K Security Solutions has been committed to providing Madison and southern Wisconsin with dependable security solutions. Whether it's security, fire, or the latest automation solutions, go to jksecurity.com to see how J&K can help keep your home or business secure. Get protected now at jksecurity.com.
This is Ricky, owner of Infinity Exteriors here in Madison. I've seen it too many times. Homeowners paying thousands too much for new windows. Big promises of premium installs that never deliver. Madison, you deserve better. At Infinity Exteriors, we're local experts for energy-efficient windows, roofing, and siding with transparent pricing and no gimmicks. Every project comes with a lifetime workmanship because we believe in doing it right. We're on a mission to save our communities from overpriced, unqualified window contractors. Visit InfinityExteriors.com, proud partner of your Madison Mallards.
Mark Tauscher here for Iron Jock. As a former athlete, I've worn just about every type of workout gear there is, and nothing compares to Iron Jock. Their performance apparel is built to fight sweat, odor, and bacteria, keeping you feeling fresh no matter how hard you push. From the gym to the pickleball court, Iron Jock keeps you dry, comfortable, and confident. Right now, you can get 40% off your Iron Jock gear. Use code CHRISTMAS40. That's Christmas40 for 40% off your order. Shop now at ironjock.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau.
There's no second chances. There's no do-overs. We're definitely primed to take that next step. That's the focus and the goal.
This is your green and gold fix on 100.5 ESPN.
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, sacrifice, pain to get to where you want to go.
This green and gold fix is driven by Metro Ford.
The Packers moved into first place in the NFC North with a 28-21 win over the Bears at Lambeau Field. Jordan Love threw for 234 yards and 3 touchdowns, including 2 to Christian Watson, while Josh Jacobs capped off a late 65-yard scoring drive with a rushing touchdown. Here's head coach Matt LaFleur after the game.
Got to give the Bears a ton of credit. We knew that it was going to be a tough challenge, and it was exactly that. It took a full 60 minutes, and we're fortunate that we made a play when we needed to at the end of the game. But, it was a back-and-forth battle, particularly in that second half.
The Packers improved to 9-3-1 and will head to Denver to take on the Broncos next week.
Purchase, finance, or service a new or pre-owned Ford at Metro Ford of Madison on the east side today.
Oh, my back.
Santa?
Oh, Gina Dello from Pella. You've been a good girl this year.
Is that why you're in here building new windows?
Santa's doing OT.
Let me make a call.
Frighteningly fast Pella team at your service. Let us take it from here, Mr. Claus. And Gina, next time.
I know. Ask for a Pella gift card. Right now at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, get 0% interest for 24 months. Visit PellaWI.com.
Certain restrictions apply. It's 12/31/2025.
Free Food Friday on ESPN Madison is brought to you by Vintage Brewing Company. Whether you're looking to get carry-out, delivery, or dine in, Vintage Brewing has lots of great options on their menu. Vintage Brewing Company prides themselves on being a great place to hang out and enjoy classic Midwestern hospitality. Vintage Brewing Company has multiple award-winning beers, so be sure to try one the next time you're in. Head to vintagebrewingcompany.com to make a reservation today. That's vintagebrewingcompany.com.
Looking to take your baseball game to the next level? GRB Academy provides year-round training programs designed around your schedule and your goals. For over 15 years, GRB has been Wisconsin's leader in player development and advancement with a state-of-the-art 52,000 square foot facility of elite baseball training space and coaches who know how to get results. From youth to high school, baseball players trust GRB to help them reach their next level. Training program spots are filling quickly, so don't wait. Register now at grbacademy.com.
LaFleur beats Ben Johnson.
I kind of enjoyed beating Matt LaFleur twice a year.
What's little brother gonna say now? Continue reacting to the Packers win right here on 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and the ESPN Madison YouTube channel.
I feel like the royalty-free music tries to sound a little bit like some other songs without actually, like a cubic zirconia type deal. Meant to look like a diamond, but not really a diamond. Is that? Am I misreading that, Jesse?
Kind of like some store brand stuff tries to be like a knockoff of
like a generic
traditional product. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as good as the brand name, but in the ballpark. Yeah.
And doesn't get us into trouble with YouTube, more importantly. Jesse, what do you have for a text or two from the Carbless Talk and Text line? Because those folks seem to get neglected around here.
I have two texts with questions from two fans from two different parts of the country.
Okay.
So first, we'll go...
Alaska.
No, first we're going to go west near Golden, Colorado, to Jeff, Colorado Jeff. Please explain why the defense gets tired, but the opposing offense doesn't if they're on the field for the same amount of time and plays. You always hear how the defense is getting tired, but no one ever says the offense is tired if they're out there the same amount of time.
That's a great question, CJ. So here's the thing. Wideouts you'll have to ask, but they rotate wideouts.
Mm-hmm.
Offensive linemen and running backs, you're protecting. Defensive players, you don't chase the ball, you don't play. Now, offensive linemen, you are taught to make sure you also follow the football, and you try to get 5 or 10 yards down the field too. But it's a really good question. The answer would be defensive players probably have to exert more energy than the offensive players do, and whether or not that's accurate or not, that would be the reason defensive linemen have to sub in and sub out, where offensive linemen never do unless Jason gets his plan in place to get the third down guard or the
pass blocking guard. Yeah,
pass block, PBG. Yeah, I'm a PBG. In baseball they have POs, pitcher only. It could be I'm just a pass blocking guard. That's all I do. Hey, PJ.
What level of baseball do they have a PO? Because that's a new term to me.
Pitcher only?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're called POs. Yeah.
Again, in what level of baseball? Like usually it just says P if it's a pitcher, or OF, CF, 2B.
One of our great partners, GRB, they have POs. 15, 16, 17, 18. You got a roster, and some guys are hitters and players, and then some just pitch. And they call them POs. What do you mean you don't know? You're supposed to be Johnny Intramural. You're umping games, and you're out there doing. What are you talking about, Jesse? POs. Yeah.
That's it seems a little aggressive on your response there. He's just asking, I've never heard of a PO
you
either.
Came out, Jesse came out and said he basically called me a liar.
I just want
a no good liar.
I asked you a question. I said, at what level of baseball is that?
No. Jesse, you didn't say, Tausch, what is that?
No,
he
said, definitely asked what level of baseball that was.
I've never heard that terminology
No, he
before.
definitely asked what level of baseball it was. He did.
It was smug. It was smug, and it was condescending to me that Jesse asked.
Smug.
That's what it was.
It wasn't smug. You're mean.
I've never heard of that. It can't be true. Can't be accurate.
It wasn't smug. You're mean.
Tom in North Carolina texts in, we seem to use the heavy package quite a bit against Detroit the previous game. I didn't notice Tausch wasn't out there. Given that we weren't able to get the run going as well yesterday, should they have used that package more? Tausch?
Hey, Jesse, when you were – I'm not going to go down that road. You go ahead and throw pot shots at me. That's fine. Yeah, it's a matchup thing. It's a matchup thing. And I think when you – Green Bay wanted to control the football and I think limit Detroit's opportunities because Detroit's offense is, I think, at least on the surface, better than what they thought Chicago's was. But when you started getting into that second half and the time of possession was what it was, I think there is no doubt Green Bay probably could look back at it. And who knows, when they go down to Chicago, you want to use that heavy package, to me, a little bit more on the road. You can control personnel. You can control blitzing. And, frankly, I remember when Bill Parcells said, I want teams to blitz. When you're a good offense, you want teams to blitz you. When you go into that heavy package, you can kind of eliminate some of that. That's why you do it, is to kind of calm things down. And I think the Packers were begging Dennis Allen to blitz yesterday. And you know what? When he did, they ate his lunch.
You're mean.
Just like that heavy set group.
Jesse, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
No, not at this time.
What are you laughing about so much there, old boy?
The delivery of you're mean.
He was mean. Listen.
So just for the record, Jesse just says I'm being mean, and then he calls me fat right to my face.
Well, because I needed to throw something back. Look, maybe
That's such a lazy one.
I was gonna bring this up if we had time for Whoa Nelly today. I think maybe I'll bring it up tomorrow. I don't know if it'll lead the show or if it'll be in the Whoa Nelly segment.
Lead the show.
I am still coming off of being kind of angry yesterday.
What are you mad about?
I didn't have eyes on the entire third quarter of the game.
Oh, dear.
Because of pizza.
Musty Mac?
No. It was pizza. We had a pizza situation yesterday. My parents came over for the game. It was mostly enjoyable. But there was an incident. There was an incident. And I was pretty angry, and I don't know if I looked the worst or if the pizza place looked the worst or if my mom looks the worst in the whole thing. So I'll bring that up tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm not ready to talk about the pizza incident yet.
Okay.
Did you tell the pizza people, you're mean?
I did not. I told my mom she was a baby, so there was that.
That's a bold strategy, Cotton. I'm curious to hear how it worked out for you. We'll wrap up the show next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn more at grasslandbutter.com.
Mark Tauscher here to tell you a little bit more about Everlight Solar. We all know that electricity costs are on the rise. That's why you need to talk to my friends over at Everlight Solar. Their local team here in Madison is here to keep it simple. From your no-cost consultation to solar panel installation, the team at Everlight Solar will be with you every step of the way. Not only will they help you save money, but by switching to solar, you're also helping save the planet. Everlight Solar, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Check them out at everlightsolar.com.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute. Here's Pablo Iglesias.
This Badger Minute is brought to you by Bruner Realty, providing excellent real estate and property management services in the Madison area for over 30 years. Contact their team at BrunerRealtyInc.com to get housed today. Let the offseason begin. Looking ahead to 2026, how can Badger football attack the transfer portal? Former Badger running back Brian Calhoun curious to see if progress is made after the program's promise of increasing resources.
It's good to hear that we're going to add more resources to the pool that we already have, but it's also a hard decision for a transfer kid. If I know Wisconsin's going to offer this, and I know another school's going to offer this, if you look at the last 3 or 4 years, you don't feel that confident.
Add windows and doors to your Christmas list with 0% interest for 24 months. If you're not getting windows from Santa, visit PellaWI.com today.
Grassland butter is built by tradition right here in Wisconsin. Grassland is family owned and has been crafting butter for 5 generations. That's why at Grassland Butter, you're more than just an employee, you're family. The Wietrich family believes in supporting each other, growing together, and building a workplace where everyone feels valued. Your voice matters at Grassland Dairy. Your success is our success. Join a team where culture isn't just a buzzword, it's how we live every day. Check us out online at grassland.com. That's grassland.com.
Pro volleyball is back in Madison. The 2026 Love Madison schedule is here. Setter of the Year Lauren Carlini and hometown favorite Claire Chaussee return to the court, ready to lead a powerhouse lineup of world-class talent. Get ready for non-stop action. Every serve, every volley, and every win, right here in Madison. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the unforgettable moments all season long. Visit lovb.com to check out the full schedule and secure your seats today. Volleyball is the next major league.
Talk Badger sports year-round with the Jump Around podcast.
We can't agree on what Badger football should be. Should they spend the money on offensive linemen? Should they zig when everyone zags? Should they go money ball? Should they get a quarterback? The clarity would come if Luke Fickell took another job. That's where the clarity would come that we can start over. And we'd talk about that more later, but there's no clarity for this program. I have no idea what direction it's going in. I have no faith in what direction it's going in.
The Jump Around, brought to you by Steinhoffels. Streaming live every Thursday on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and available wherever you get your podcasts.
I was afraid that college would be like high school. I worried about starting over and feeling alone. But I'm so glad I didn't let that stop me. At Madison College, I'm part of a community, and I've never felt alone. My instructors have been incredible, and I've made so many friends and connections. My advice to others, don't let your fears stop you. There's more to your story at Madison College.
Visit madisoncollege.edu to get started.
The holidays bring sparkle and light to the season. The same way Goodman's Jewelers has been bringing the sparkle with our custom pieces since 1933. Generations have relied on our trust, service, and selection. This holiday, shop local. Shop Goodman's Jewelers in the heart of Madison, touching hearts with Goodman's sparkle and light. 220 State Street. Find our extended holiday hours at goodmansjewelers.com.
The best is at Goodman's.
We're on the Packers.
They have a defense that closes up shop.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
And we haven't had that in a long time.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
Yeah, I mean, it meant a lot to everybody. But, obviously, we've all known the comments that were out there, so it is what it is. But, this is a game that means a lot to everybody. It's an NFC North matchup. Obviously, Bears are our number 1 seed, so it's a huge game. And like I said, we'll see these guys here in a couple weeks again.
That is Jordan Love, and he is right. The Packers will see the Bears again. They face the Denver Broncos out in the suburb of Golden, Colorado. We call Denver. On Sunday, and then they've got the Bears the following Saturday. Tausch, I need your advice before we run out of time.
I love giving advice.
I know you do.
Usually unsolicitedly.
Yeah. So Andrew Banstra, who is my teammate on Channel 3, he's the sports director for WISC TV3 in Madison. He's about 6'4". And so after home games, we shoot a digital exclusive, and I appear on the newscast and everything else.
You're doing What, you're doing digi-onlys with somebody else?
Don't.
Oh, boy. That feels blasphemous to me. Continue. I don't want to ruin your story, but just put that down in the bank for tomorrow, Jesse. Blasphemous.
Put it right next to the pizza discussion.
Go ahead, Jason.
Yeah. Oh, you broke him.
He's a lot taller than me, and so I brought a stool.
No.
And then
for him to sit in?
No, and then I was taller than him. So I'm trying to find
oh my God.
a happy medium.
Stand on a brick.
And I'm not really sure what to do because I didn't know how tall the little tyke stool that I took from when the girls were little was going to make me, but it made me too tall.
Can you send a video?
I was like an inch over him.
Just do it in the stands and stand on one of the steps.
He doesn't do it. So we do our thing for the newscast, and then we do like a 2-minute thing where he asks me a couple of questions, and it's embarrassing. Like, he's so much taller than me. Like, it's one thing if it's Tausch, who you know is a former NFL player. So when I stand next to him, again, I look like a diminutive person, comparatively speaking. But Andrew's like a normal guy. He didn't play in the NFL. He does a really good job.
6'4", he's not.
He's not how it works. He's an intimidating presence. I've met him.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
And on TV, it looks like I'm his 12-year-old little brother. And so I was trying to resolve that, and
instead
know
you were so insecure.
I'm not insecure. It just looks bad.
You did.
Dude, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're not insecure. You're bringing a kid's stool.
Because it
you
looks
don't
bad
look
on
short?
TV.
He's a TV guy.
Did the TV people tell you to do this, or did you tell them?
Well, did in the movies.
Did the TV people ask you to, or did you say, I don't like being short, I'm going to like this?
Tom Cruise does it, so should Wilde.
Andrew and I discussed it after the last appearance, and we agreed that the differential in height is distracting. Yes, we did. But I chose a stool that made me too tall.
You drove the bus on it, though, I'm guessing.
Yeah, it was distracting to you.
Yeah, it wasn't distracting. Nobody was complaining about it.
I don't know if anybody was complaining. I wasn't getting the same feedback that I get instantly on this program. My feedback
What are you going to do if you're standing next to somebody and they're too skinny? Are you going to say you need to put weight on? It's distracting.
Bring a pillow
what are you
and
do
tuck
that?
it under the sweatshirt.
This is the dating app situation. Jason is going through the dating app situation, and he's filtering his own deal on the Digi only.
Luckily,
why did you wait the whole show to bring this up? You know we don't have any time at the end of shows.
I think we know
There's
exactly
nothing
why.
more frustrating than you doing a Digi only and then bringing great content at the end of a show and we can't even talk about it. I'm irritated. Good night.
Luckily, on this show, I don't have to worry about anybody being too skinny compared to me. That's it for us today.
Oh,
Have a
snap.
You guys are some real jerk stores, man.
Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN